Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. This would be the Jeff Cameron Show right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio. I'm not lacking energy. If it sounds like I'm lacking energy, I'm not. But I'm kind of in that malaise, fighting whatever everybody else is fighting too. Started last night. I'm all right, Tom, but I'm worried. I've been around a lot of sickly people lately, and I could feel it with the gusto in which I entered the show just now. It just took something from me. I'll be okay, but we're going to have to stay here, right where I'm at right now. This is where I'm going to be.
Where are you feeling it?
I'm worried about my voice. I'm worried. I mean, I don't feel sick. That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about my voice. So I want to set the tone early. As people are listening, I don't want them to think, man, he's just lacking energy. He's sapped, that guy. Nope. I'm worried about losing my voice. We're online, ESPNTallahassee.com. That's where you go to listen live via the streaming, free, always. If you miss portions of the show, that's all right, because you can get caught up. We have the show in its entirety posted upon the conclusion of the program. You can get it off the app on WTSM. It's the WTSM app, which is free. You can find it on the website, ESPNTallahassee.com, and you can find it on iTunes. So you're not lacking for places. Today could be the WTSM app, Tom. Tomorrow, maybe you find it on the iTunes there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Maybe over the weekend you download it there from Wednesday's show that you missed. Who knows? And you do that from the website. Could be. JCS at 979, ESPNradio.com. The email address on Twitter, it's at JCameron Show. We're also on YouTube. Hello, YouTubers. It's ESPN Tallahassee on YouTube. We were just talking about basketball. Alan and I were just talking about basketball before we came on the air here, Tom. We were just saying that he was noting that he agrees with you and I when we were talking about how good the team is and how unselfish they are and how it could be a kind of a special group. And feels like forever since we've played. But I was excited about college basketball last night. I wanted to watch that Michigan-Villanova game. Well, good God, man. What are we doing here? I understand Villanova lost everybody from that team a year ago, but presumably they recruit.
Well, you talk about an interesting Vegas line at 7.5. Villanova was the favorite last night.
I mean, Beeline can coach, but that should never be like that. 41-17.
You could have heard that here, right on these airways, 97.9
You probably
ESPN
turned it
Radio.
off pretty early on because, damn it, man, it wasn't close in the slightest.
Unless you're one of our 3 or 4 Michigan fan friends that we have in this area.
We do.
Turning it up, you're saying, hey,
look at this.
I'm going to stay in my car. This sounds awesome.
I'm listening to this ass beating their lane. It was 44-17 at one point. That final was 73-46. What are we? I mean, Villanova fans, you won the national title, and it was one of the great postseason runs of all time. By the way, thinking back on that, you know how good Villanova was last year in the tournament? I mean, everybody knows they won the damn title, but they beat everybody like a drum. They didn't play a close game. They covered every line. I read that. They covered every line in the postseason. That's a run for the ages.
Yes, you're making the boosters a couple of dollars along the way.
You are.
Absolutely.
But now you're getting your ass kicked. 73-46, that is rather remarkable. So you may say, what does that have to do with anything? Well, we have the Advocare Invitational next week, and Villanova is in that thing. But I don't know if we're going to get to play them. They may not make it. They could get bounced by Canisius.
It's like a Roman emperor, Canisius.
Canisius. They open up. That's a veteran Canisius squad, by the way. And that's who we play Monday night at the TLC-CC. Followed by a second-round game against either Memphis or Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Memphis went to Baton Rouge and face, I guess they go to, or they did travel to? Yeah, they did go to LSU in a matchup of teams that will be in the Advocare Invitational, and they came back, made it a game. It was a lot of fun to watch. And listen, I will say this. If I'm not mistaken, isn't Penny Hardaway coaching there?
Penny Hardaway, Memphis, yes.
Yeah, he's at Memphis. It's a weird hire.
Yeah, Little Penny is his bench coach.
People don't remember Little Penny. I mean, there's probably a significant portion of our listening audience that has no idea what that joke was.
I was in the wheelhouse for Little Penny.
I love Little Penny. Little Penny was funny.
Yeah, second grade when Little Penny came out. It was marketed right at us.
Me feel old now. Little Penny was awesome. Well, it's a shame what happened to Anthony Hardaway's knee because, damn it, there was a time he was evil. That dunk on Ewing is just wrong.
Everybody had one of those.
Well, Pippen certainly did, but I mean that.
Jordan too.
Yeah, well, Jordan did that to anybody who ever played the game. But I'm saying Pippen's dunk on Ewing, where he shoves them all down the ground, rubs. Oh man, the only thing worse than that is your boy's dunk on when he grabbed. Yeah, I can't describe that.
Oh yeah, the Griffin. Yeah, it was almost like. The funny thing is, if his hand's not there, I don't know. I think the gravity might still be in play there. Just a gravitational pull.
It's just awful. Every time I see
tractor beam.
Every time I see that picture, I go, "Sir, I'm sorry that exists."
Welcome to Starbase Griffin.
It makes me sad that guy's got a family, and Blake did that to him, and that's a poster somewhere. Like that kid's gonna see his dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you have some pride? So you may be wondering, and I'll get my Redemption Thursday wagers ready here in a moment after the break, but I will tell you, I don't feel any different today than I did yesterday. I'm still maintaining that we're going to make this a game Saturday. I may be the lone guy out here flying the flag. I'm flying it, baby. I believe they're going to compete. They're going to be in it in the second half. That's a start. It's a hell of a lot better than what we've seen as of late. I'll tell you this. It's going to be dramatic one way or the other. They're either going to get their ass beat again, and it'll be over in the first quarter again, and we'll go, same old, season over. They're done. They're not winning another game. What the hell was Cameron talking about? That's fine. Either that's going to happen, or, hey, all right, 7-7 in the second quarter. We got a game.
Oh, my God.
We got a little bit of a football game here. All right.
Logan Tyler came to play. All right.
Here we go. We got a shot. We're going to be in this one. That's how it's going to go. It won't be sort of a middling contest.
Do you expect to win?
Well, Tom, I'm in a pool, same one you're in, and we were asked to select that football game. And that one, when you're in pools, oftentimes they're for money. And so
this one is not.
This one is not, but I'm in others that are. And this game was on the list. And I had to pick it for money. So you remove your heart at that point. And I took Boston College.
Okay. All right.
But I want to be wrong. I kind of did it just to be wrong. I kind of did that thing, the reverse mojo.
We all do that.
Yeah,
Everybody does that.
I did that. I made it my lock.
Ooh.
That's how much I love Florida State. I made it my lock that BC would win.
That's a good strategy right there.
I like that. Make it your lock this
It will
week.
be my lock.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's make it your lock.
Lock it up.
Yeah, you better lock it up. Do it. We're going to do it. All of us, if you're in a pool, make BC over Florida State minus 1.5 your lock. Let's all go down in flames together and celebrate the loss, quote unquote, together.
Yeah, that's right. The pastry pick of the year.
That's right. It'll be a beautiful thing. Hey, so, on tomorrow's show, we'll have to play my my interview with Adazio.
We should grab the one from the infamous pastry interview with
you still have that one in the can?
The alarm going off in the background, and you guys were still locked in.
We were locked in.
I mean, you guys were staring each other down.
Well, I set the tone early in that interview.
You did.
And he was ready to – he was like, oh, this son of a bitch.
And then immediately after, there's a fire alarm, and we're not stopping for anything.
We're going. We're going through. We're doing an interview here, pal. One of 10 that I've now done with you.
His handler came over. Mary, I said, stand down.
It was awesome.
Here we go.
Nobody's handler is pushier than Dabo's. I was in that great interview with Dabo Sweeney. The two parties finally got together. The rivals finally got together. People were gathered around when I was interviewing Dabo Sweeney. That's not a lie. And here I am talking to the man. Everybody knows that I'm the suck at Clemson guy. So the Clemson people came over. They're watching carefully. It was the first time he had ever agreed to do an interview with me.
Was our friend the girthy sports information director there?
You mean the overalls?
Yeah.
You mean the clown?
Yeah, was he there? Well, he was sports info, so.
He was there. I didn't think he doesn't have a prominent role with him, does he? I mean, he's not there presiding over the.
He presides over credentials.
No, there was a nice guy there who was dressed properly and didn't look like a loser like that guy does.
Okay.
So, but here's the thing. So, Dabo's got that look on his face as he approaches the desk. And I'm looking at Dabo, and he's looking at me, and he's like, I don't know. Can I trust you? And I'm like, hey, I can be professional. I didn't say it, but that's the look I gave. I'm like, here we go. You're going to like this interview. Watch. And then we do it. And the interview's great. And we're 10 minutes in, and that dude's giving me the wrap it up from behind Dabo. And I shot him the look like, you go to hell, buddy. The world, or at least the ACC, needs this interview. They've been waiting for this interview for a long time, and I'm doing it. The two superpowers of the ACC, the Jeff Cameron Show and Dabo Sweeney, we're locked up. We're locked in here. And so we did that interview. But, yeah, the guy kept giving me not the finger, but he kept giving me the wrap it up twirl, if you will. And Dabo finally cast him a glance like, hey, he gave him the stand down look. Like, I'm enjoying my conversation.
Well, you know
with
what
this
that
dude.
is. He told the handler, let's keep it to 5 minutes when he sat down.
Right. And then it went well.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, it's all right, Johnny. He's okay. He's one of us. It's all right. He's gonna do a bang up job.
You got guts. I'll give you that, kid.
I think he was, because I asked him a question about quarterbacks, and he kind of was like, oh, here we go. Here it comes. I'm ready. Here we go. He thought I was going to bring up the Cole Stout situation.
Yeah. Are you going to mismanage this situation like you did the other one, Dabo? You mismanaged a few things in your time.
I didn't say that.
Would you consider the Cole Stout choice of Florida State in 2014 to be Clemsoning or not?
That was a hell of a thing. All right, I'll get my Redemption Thursday wagers out there in a moment. Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
When you're in need of auto repairs, look no further than Nice Tire and Auto Service. Nice has been in business for 16 years with long-term, knowledgeable sales associates. They have the latest wheel balancing machine in the industry. And for passenger vehicles, they service AC, brakes, suspension, tune-ups, and much more. Never sit through a long wait. Nice Tire and Auto has 10 service bays to get you back on the road quickly. If you have tire problems, check out their large inventory with various Goodyear and Michelin tires. Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, 574-4100.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
And this is the new thing here, guys. With your purchase, your money-back guarantee is extended through March the 1st. It used to be 60 days, but now you got all the way to March. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the buy one, get one free special, and use my code 979ESPN. You'll get one free pillow when you buy one at a regular price. Take advantage of their best offer ever. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the buy one, get one free special. Enter the promo code 979ESPN or call 800-944-6596.
Hey, this is the Doc. Today I have Rug Doctor's head of innovation, Rich Newhouse. What's new, Rich?
The new Pro Deep Cleaner. It's our best Rug Doctor ever. Lighter, more versatile, and tons of power.
This is not your father's Rug Doctor.
No, this is my mother's Rug Doctor. She can deep clean her carpets, furniture, but her favorite thing is the brush velocity created by the Twin Tech motors.
Now I know where you get it from, Rich. Get your home guests ready for the holiday season. Rent a Rug Doctor today at your local grocer.
Need help moving? 2 Men and a Truck Tallahassee provides professional home and business move services, both locally and long distance. For your next move, visit 2men.com or call them at 850-224-2232. 2 Men and a Truck, the movers who care.
Hey Tallahassee, this is Danny Eiler.
And Matthew Crumbaker.
Join us for the Saturday morning bottle share every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio, Tallahassee Sports Monster.
Widden Glass has been taking care of business since 1945. When you call Widden Glass, you're dealing with experienced, reliable professionals who offer only the best. Like Widden's top-of-the-line bath enclosures that provide style and luxury at an affordable price. Eye-catching storefronts are a specialty at Widden Glass. We'll help you design it and install it. Widden Glass, the first name in glass replacement. Call 222-5781.
Hi, I'm Jesse Ross, owner and co-founder of Lake Tribe Brewing right here in Tallahassee. When my father, my 2 brothers, and I started Lake Tribe, we had one simple goal: to create great tasting quality craft beer that reflects our love for the great outdoors and have some fun along the way. If you're in town with 80,000 of your like-minded friends, stop by the brewery off West Tharp Street for a pint or a flight of our vast selection of Lake Tribe beer on tap, or stop by at the next gathering of the Garnet and Gold. We're open Thursdays and Fridays 4 to 9 and Saturdays from 1 to 9. Lake Tribe Brewing, find your native spirit.
The Stephen A. Smith Show.
I'm telling you right now, as a guy covering the NBA, Draymond Green is one of the best people I've ever covered in this sport. He's as real and as authentic and as unfake as they come. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to always rub you the right way. My point is, so what? It was good to see some fire, some emotion. Yeah, I don't mind it. I love that.
Catch Stephen A. weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
And Wingo.
Let's talk about college football because, Mike Gundy, that's what we're talking about here, is you have all the choices you want. You know, as a coach, a player has a finite number of years that they could play, and all of a sudden they're starting to get choices in this matter, and coaches are starting to lose their flipping minds about that.
Again, like, you guys were part of a generation that I'm sure the generation before looked at and said, you're doing all these things wrong.
Right.
Like,
Correct. Yeah.
It just gets to be such a tired refrain at some point that it's hard to take seriously. I wish you would just go back to making fart noises.
I would say specifically, Mike, go back to making fart noises, okay? Because, look, at the end of the day, you have to reach players where they are. That's the way we are right now.
That's the reality of the
You have to reach them where they are. Some of what he's saying is true. Tubby Smith tried to say this with us when he's like, players have more choices now. And if you're going to survive, you need to understand that. Now, is there something to the stick-to-itiveness? Absolutely. Yeah. But if you don't understand that players are asking more questions, and that's not a bad thing, then that's on you.
Golick and Wingo, weekdays at 6 a.m. on 97.9 ESPN Radio. This is the Jeff Cameron Show. Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
A better place with my own two hands. Make a kind of place. With my own two hands.
Do not forget that Thursdays are better in College Town. Centrale offers 50% off select pizzas all day, every Thursday. That's today. Go to Madison Social. They offer the social agreement. This is a steal. You and a buddy split one order of wings, 2 Madso burgers, 2 bourbons. Bourbon sounds right about now. Just it's cold outside is what I mean. Some sort of brown liquor sounds right. Maybe a gold peaty scotch. I'm sure they got it. You could also get 2 ales, all for just $40. And then Township has Taco Thursday, $2 tacos. Doing some things. Parking's free while you're there. It's fit for all ages, maybe not the bourbon. Thursdaysincollegetown.com for more details. That's Thursdaysincollegetown.com for more details. It's a good thing. I like this. It's getting cold. It's supposed to be colder tomorrow. All right, let's go.
You can feel the chill in the air. When we got to Chicago, it wasn't that much colder than it was this morning, right? And will be tomorrow morning. So there you go.
I love it, man. I just did not write these picks down. I was going through. It's a weird slate this week. A lot of games that Big Daddy J is going to stay away from. I noticed that. A lot of games that you're like, that's no-play territory. A lot of no-play territory. For example, not one of my plays, so I'll just talk about it because I wrestled with it. I don't know what you do with it. But isn't a Georgia Tech-Virginia game just weird? Georgia Tech, I've been on Georgia Tech. They've done me right.
Yeah.
They've been a moneymaker for me, but I'm not giving 6.5. That seems like a big number.
That is a big number. Virginia is combustible, too. It's just hard to know.
Well, I'll tell you one I'm taking for sure, but it's you and I. We do this. We're going to do the exercise on the air because I know a lot of people do this. What am I not seeing here? Why is Nebraska getting points at home against Michigan State? Michigan State is circling the drain. They can't score. Nebraska's won like 4 of their last 5. They dropped 30 points on everybody. That Martinez kid's a Heisman candidate next year. They're playing well.
Nebraska's improving.
Well, they've got 4 wins. Let's go easy. But the point is, they could finish the year here, or maybe they got 3 wins. But the point is, they are improving. You can't get any worse than they started the year.
Yeah.
But they're getting points against Michigan State. I'm all over it. I'm doing it. Give me Nebraska.
I don't know what. Yeah, there would be something extracurricular going on. Right?
That's what I'm worried about. When I see that number, I go, what am I missing here?
Yeah, I mean, Martinez inactive or something?
I mean, did you watch any of that? I mean, that Ohio State-Michigan State game set football back, man. That was terrible. That was our game. Basically, that game was us against Florida in the punt fest. where Jimbo had the lead.
2011, yeah.
Ran it into the line, and that poor fan that you always bring up, which cracks me up every single time.
Damn it! Just because, I started looking third quarter, we got him pinned back now. Come on, he can't do it again.
Boom!
As the ball's in the air. Not even, he's watching the trajectory, and he's like, holy.
Again with this guy.
Damn it!
I still think that's funny that a punter wins us a game, which we had a shutout. If dumbass doesn't fumble, we've got a shutout. It's the second time we should have had a shutout against them in their place. But anyhow, watching that and then watching a punter just demoralize a fan base is so fantastic.
Well, it counts in the safety game. I mean, those 2 points, we gave them the 2 points.
And it doesn't count. It's not a damn shutout. Just like we didn't get shut out by Oklahoma in the national championship game because of the safety. I was very thankful. Otherwise, we had nil. We had nothing. It's not a lot to hang on to, but goodness gracious. I think I'll take Miami this week against Virginia Tech. You talk about the ACC thinking before the season. This game, this late in the year, in Blacksburg, with the Coastal on the line, I mean, is what you'd be thinking, right? You would be sitting there going, I can't wait for that game. Cold weather, that's going to be a war. Programs moving in the right direction. Nope. One's lost 4 straight and is fighting to become bowl eligible. The other one's 4-5. Good God.
They long for the Big East days, the both of them.
I got to tell you, that's got to be that's just, the ACC, I'm thinking about this a lot lately, just how down the ACC is, how sorry our schedule is next year.
That's a good thing.
Well, it's a good thing.
It's not going to make you money, but it's going
to
to get you wins.
Who's coming? I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer here because, again, I'm fighting and holding on to the idea that we're going to be in this game on Saturday, and it's not just a pipe dream. I think they will be in the game. And obviously, if you win the game, you're playing for something more than pride next week, and that's a big deal to me. I want there to be something on the line next week in the rivalry game against Florida beyond the rivalry. I'd like to make a bowl, but it's tough. The percentages are probably pretty low, but anyhow, who's going to the games next year?
Local school kids. There you go.
For free. $5 a ticket.
There you go.
That's what I mean.
You got to think long term next year. We got to get these kids excited about Knoll football as youngsters.
Andy Staples and I were talking before the year, and he brought up, because he came to town to do a feature on Florida State, and he was
when
before the season.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, recently?
No.
What's he doing a feature on?
No. They do that. They do the locker room tour thing. I did that with Staples for what did I do that for? Sports Illustrated? I don't remember, but I did it 2 years ago, and then this year he came, and anyhow, so we were talking, and he brought up that at the University of Florida, which is where he went, they weren't selling season tickets, and like your Bull Gators were pissed. They're like, man, we just fired the coach. We got Dan Mullen back. I mean, he's back amongst us.
It's a lot easier to get to Gainesville, too, than it is Tallahassee.
And they weren't going. Nobody's buying season tickets. And he goes, well, maybe these teams will start to learn that, A, college football is not the draw. Football in general is not the draw. Look around the NFL. There's a lot of empty-ass stadiums. Football is not the draw that it once was. No outdoor sport really is the draw that it once was.
Especially if it plays on television. Yeah. Football's great on television.
Yes, it is. And, yeah, like hockey's not great on television. It's much better live. There's nothing like being at a live hockey match. But I watch it because I love the game, and I can watch it on television, and still I have an idea what's going on outside the screen because I've been to enough hockey and watched enough with you to understand what's, the guy lagging behind. I know where the puck's going to go next, all that stuff, right? But
there are 5 in the picture. Somebody's got a breakaway. If we blow something here.
Right, so you start to figure all that out. It's just like when you're a kid watching football. At some point along the way, you just have a tacit understanding based on where the flag is, what the penalty is. Always. You're just like, oh, I know what that is.
I mean, there's so many camera crews these days for college football that insist on zooming into the line of scrimmage, and so you have to guess what the safeties are doing.
The safeties are
which is really annoying. Yeah. But you can tell by corner alignments, you can have a general, better than 50% chance if you have 2 deep or 1 high?
Yeah. So what I'll tell you is that, he was bringing up the fact that their home schedule is garbage. Colorado State and, there's nothing. And obviously the Florida State game is here this year. So they had really no good games outside of the conference games. And even then, wasn't that great. And I said, yeah, well, I think there's real excitement here this year. Season ticket sales were going down the last 2 years. They were already starting to spiral down. But maybe, the infusion of life that Willie brought and all that, you'll see an uptick in season tickets. And to some degree that happened. Not to the degree they were hoping for. But you know what, man? And it's there's just no way to sell it now. Who in the hell is buying season tickets next year?
So we play Boise and Jacksonville.
Of course we do, because it's a good game, so let's make sure we move it.
So our home games are ULM, NC State, Miami, Louisville, Syracuse.
Good luck with that. Say that again. Our home schedule next year is this.
ULM, NC State, Miami.
Okay. You got one.
Louisville, and Syracuse.
Jesus.
And the next year, it's West Virginia, but in Atlanta.
Of course. Not here.
And then we have Florida, Clemson, which are the big two that we have this year.
Yep.
Boston College, Wake Forest, and Pitt.
It'd be nice to see Pitt roll in here. I don't know that it's moving the needle. I don't know that season ticket sales are going to be brisk because Pitt's on the way. I like seeing Pitt's uniforms in our stadium.
Well, now that they got them right again.
Yeah, they look great. But we go to Boise, not next year, the year after.
That's correct, yes. At Boise State in 2020, yes.
Ooh, I'm going to make it.
With GameDayExcursions.com as my voice cracks.
He sounded like a little kid. That was great.
Yeah.
I'm going to that, buddy. I can't wait to make it out to Boise.
2021, Notre Dame comes to town. There you go. You have that game.
I hope
have that
by
in Miami.
Hopefully by then, we're in a position to return the favor. Beat that ass.
We're wearing Kelly Green. It's like we have Kelly Green Knowles jerseys.
This group would do it. We would break out some damn green and red or something.
Have you taken the time in the last couple of days to look at this combo? Have you seen it?
No.
Ooh.
I mean, I saw the announcement.
Yeah.
It's garnet pants with a black top and a garnet helmet?
And the garnet and black helmet, yeah. And the black has the gold numbers. That's the combo.
Not going to look good, is it?
I don't think so.
Jeez.
You still think we're going to win?
I didn't say we were going to win. I said we'd be in the game. We'd have a chance to win. There's a chance. We're going to be hanging in there. We're going to have a chance to win in the fourth. We better wearing that uniform combination. Hey, look, I'm not the crotchety old man that says you can't shake up the uniforms every now and again.
Me either, but this isn't a combo.
It's not even a thing. It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
What are we doing?
I'm telling you, those garnet pants with the white tops were regal and beautiful and awesome, and we've done it before. The all whites looked incredible. We've looked good during our ass kickings.
Yes.
But
if you went all garnet, it would at least make sense.
Yeah.
This doesn't.
And we've done all garnet before. It'd be an homage to Bert. We'd be like, all right, let's do
with the helmet. You know what I mean? Like, they want the garnet helmet. So if you went garnet helmet, garnet jersey, garnet pants, I mean, at least there's some semblance of reason for that. But this is like a sweatsuit.
Mm.
It's like Tony Soprano.
Took care of that thing.
You can hear the he's walking in the room.
All I'm going to be thinking about is Terry Bowden and that hair.
He would love this uniform.
Terry Bowden.
I should call it the Terrys.
We got the Terrys on this. Hey, Terry. Sherry's Berries.
Hang on a minute. I'll be right there.
It's the Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
When you're in need of auto repairs, look no further than Nice Tire and Auto Service. Nice has been in business for 16 years with long-term, knowledgeable sales associates. They have the latest wheel balancing machine in the industry. And for passenger vehicles, they service AC, brakes, suspension, tune-ups, and much more. Never sit through a long wait. Nice Tire and Auto has 10 service bays to get you back on the road quickly. If you have tire problems, check out their large inventory with various Goodyear and Michelin tires. Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, 574-4100.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this. It's right here, guys. We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
Joe sells homes quickly and for top dollar. Call Joe Manassa today, 850-888-0888. That's 850-888-0888. Or online at Manassa.com. That's MANAUSA.com. And start packing.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. You know me, the little round thing between your car seats. Now, listen, we need to talk. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change, it's embarrassing. Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm round like a bottle of Mountain Dew. Glistening, cold, and delicious. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, so you're never far from that incredible bold citrus kick whenever you need it. Just inches from your hand. So find a store already, grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs, and put that loose change back in your pocket. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Save on unlimited rides and admission to the 2018 North Florida Fair, November 8th through 18th. $15 Super Saver Pass, good for Thursday, November 8th or Tuesday, November 13th. $25 VIP Pass, good for any day. On sale now at RCD Shell Stations or NorthFloridaFair.com.
Tallahassee has always loved the Corner Pocket Bar and Grill on Appalachia Parkway for its delicious food, cold drinks, and Vegas wall of 8 50-inch flat-screen TVs. Now, the Corner Pocket gives you a new reason to start off every week at the CP, Monday Night Mania. Enjoy 50-cent wings and $5 domestic pitchers of beer every Monday night from 7:30 till 11 p.m. That's right, 50-cent wings and $5 domestic pitchers as you enjoy Monday night on the gridiron. The Corner Pocket Bar and Grill and Monday Mania. Tallahassee loves the Corner Pocket.
Just how good does a Sport Clips championship haircut experience make you feel? Like your hair has its own walk-up music. No matter what kind of guy you are. Maybe you play sports. Maybe you play sports online. Or maybe your sport is keeping up with your kids. You want hair so good it deserves its own walk-up music. And at Sport Clips, we make it easy. Just check in online, choose your stylist, and head to Sport Clips. You'll get a game-changing cut from a stylist trained for guys. Go big with the MVP experience and get recharged with a massaging shampoo and their legendary hot steamed towel. They'll always finish strong by styling your hair just right, tightening up that beard and getting you on your way. Hair this good needs no introduction, but you'll want one anyway. Appointment-free championship haircuts for men and boys surrounded by what you know and love, sports. So get in line online today at sportclips.com/check-in and get your hair in the game.
As the morning sun shines in, you hit the snooze button. 10 minutes turned into an hour. Now there's no time to take a shower or time to get dressed, which explains the sweater vest and the fedora. When your morning is hell, just go to Taco Bell.
And for just $1, let us make you breakfast, like Taco Bell's grilled breakfast burrito. Eggs, bacon, and cheese wrapped in a warm tortilla. At participating stores for a limited time during breakfast hours. Prices may vary, tax extra.
O'Reilly.
Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and pick up 5 quarts of O'Reilly Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter for $24.99. Extend the life of your vehicle and save money with 5 quarts of O'Reilly Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a MicroGuard filter for $24.99. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Broadcasting live from the AmeriGas Propane Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Matthew's posting the pics on the Facebook page. Made him on the fly, Tom. I'm reeling today. I'm behind the times.
Going from memory?
Well, I hadn't jotted them down yet. I usually send those to him earlier. I had some stuff I had to do earlier today before coming in to prep for the show. I got distracted. This is what happens when we're not organized. I could yell. I could yell, Dose! This is what happens when we're not organized. You think Doss drives down the road hearing the echoes of Jimbo Fisher screaming at his ass? Turn right, Doss. Do it. I don't need to turn right, Coach. Nobody's talking to you, Lawrence. You're in the car by yourself. Do it. I'm just picturing that interaction.
I can see the dream sequence.
Yeah.
You know? And you hear like, do it with the echoes. Do it. And he's like,
I can't take it. Damn it, Jimbo, you've ruined me. Thanks for the shout-out and wearing our New York City shirt, Jeff Cameron Show. It's currently snowing, so we are bundled up in our garnet and gold. You can download the Jeff Cameron Show podcast or listen on 97.9 ESPN Radio in Tallahassee. Hashtag Knoll York City, hashtag Jeff Cameron Show, hashtag Knowles, hashtag FSU. You're damn right, Seminole Club of New York City. That is a good tweet. I like that tweet. I'm celebrating that tweet. Hashtag a-hole. Well done.
Hashtag a-hole.
I'm celebrating that. I've got traditional colors on today.
You know, speaking of the Terrys, the new uniforms, I'm surprised you haven't broken out the sweatsuit yet, man. This is good weather for it. Maybe tomorrow at the CP?
It's not ready yet.
It's not ready?
It's not ready yet. You needed to get a little bit colder.
You need to get it pressed? It's 34 degrees tomorrow morning.
Okay. It may make an appearance. You're talking about the velvet, the goodness? That is so pimp. And I have kept that sucker in great working order.
You should wear that to the game on Saturday to match the uniforms.
You should just roll in there wearing that?
With the Terrys. You know, it's like, hey, it's my Terry game day apparel.
Hey, I'm here to see the Terrys.
Have you looked at it yet? Did you look at it during the break on FSU Football's Twitter?
I didn't look at it yet.
So when they put it, they show week 11, and then they do like this montage of all of like, you know, the football stances, and they're holding the gloves out and all that kind of stuff. They don't really give you a static shot of the person in the full uniform.
Nobody's ever worn it.
Right.
Nobody's ever donned that combination.
But what I'm saying is they don't give you a chance to drink it in, as Will Ferrell would say.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't
want
want
a 3-point stance, but he's not standing up.
He's not standing up.
You know.
Well, they may be wavering. The response hasn't been good. Again, I'm all for, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, but that's not even a combination.
Right, yeah. Me too. I'm aggressive with this stuff. I'm more aggressive than you are in some ways.
You are.
With the colors and, you know, making sure the kids are interested, but this is when you hit random uniform combination in NCAA. This is what comes up.
The generation of jersey wearers, it's really interesting. Like, I missed it by a few years, but people under the age of 44, like I'm 47. So people under the age of 44, 43, from 43 to freaking 20, they'll don my boy Matt wears jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't wear jerseys. You wear jerseys.
I do.
I can't do it. And I'm not.
The Gary Carter's my favorite one.
Well,
that one's
I would wear a Willie Stargell jersey, I suppose. If I'm just saying. If somebody.
Oh God, like you haven't gotten enough. How many jerseys do you have in your closet? A ton.
No, I don't have a ton. I have. I've got the jersey that Graham Gano gave me with onions on the back since I gave him his nickname. If you're new to the Jeff Cameron Show, that is entirely true. I gave his Graham Gano his nickname, and he still goes by it, and the fans in Washington still call him that, or Carolina, where he is now. He was when he was with Washington.
Von Stryker got his nickname here too.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything anymore. I don't know where he is.
The Florida State fans, they have like Von Stryker. The radio show made of Von Stryker.
The radio show. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. The radio show.
It's the ragtime piano that sells that clip.
But by the way, I have to admit, the fact that he just called it the radio show, like, what, is there another show that covers Florida State like that guy? No, it's that guy.
The Florida State fans, they have like Von Stryker. The radio show made of Von Stryker.
The radio show. We did. And then we put the accompanying, sound effects and everything else with it.
Nate Von Stryker!
We're hungry to get a win.
Oh, boy. We are. We should start playing that every week.
That is the eagle noise, right? So here it goes, the clash between us and the eagle.
Turned out it wasn't the eagle. That was a hawk. Remember?
It was a hawk.
It was a
red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed hawk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, man, that's the thing they play up at BC.
BC. At Jay Cameron Show writes, Mark, how can I get a show T-shirt to rep in Clearwater? I don't know. We've got them here.
We don't have show ones.
I need to do the show ones again. Well, you know what? You're right, Mark. I'm going to get off my ass and get you guys some good Jeff Cameron Show gear. You guys want the silly caricature, or do you want something different? We'll talk about it.
It's the logo.
It is, but I'm saying it is the logo, but we could have something different.
Should we have the new logo?
We don't have a new logo.
Ignition Tradition, Jeff Cameron Show.
Yeah, I don't know what we're – yeah, so – but this is good. Also, a guy who listens to the show said he'd been bummed today. So he downloaded a bunch of Jeff Cameron Show episodes from summer about FSU softball magical run to win the title. It's fun and refreshing to listen to Jeff discover how amazing Warren was. That warms my heart that guy turned to the Jeff Cameron Show while feeling bummed. And we did discover that together.
That was fun.
I felt bad about that. I did. I didn't realize not only was she a badass, is a badass, but like an all-time great badass. Like in Knoll lore, she's on the mountain.
Yeah.
She's all-time great.
When we were hosting, I guess it would be it was the LSU.
Mm-hmm. When she hit the bomb?
Well, yes. I mean, we played the two games, that doubleheader, into the night, and we came back to win game one. I showed up with my girlfriend to the CP to watch the baseball. And on the prominent screen, because baseball was only on Watch ESPN, so they have a couple of TVs that are linked up to smart TVs, which you can check out tomorrow for the Seminole soccer match at 5 p.m.
That's what you do right
Didn't even mean to do that, but there's an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, on regular ESPN or ESPN2 is the Knowles softball game, and the hell with the baseball that night, we were locked into the softball, and that's when it began for me.
It was great. They won over, I mean, I'm pretty tough to win over on certain sports.
Yeah.
Coach Sue and I are friends, and she knows I don't like women's basketball, and she still likes me for some reason. But I love her. She's great. I can't do it. I try. I try every year, Tom.
Well, every time we circle a game, usually the one at the tuck.
Unfortunately,
bad things happen.
Yeah, Muffet McGraw rolled in here and just beat that ass. Census. How about that? Muffet was like, "I'm here. Get you some." That was a tough day. It was a tough day.
Do you think Woody would hand over the mic for you to do the Muffet McGraw intro?
I don't think that would be, I think that would be frowned upon. I don't think that'd be something they'd celebrate. Old Muffet rolled in here and made herself comfortable at the TLCCC. That was a toughie. But they went on. Didn't they win the national championship?
Oh, they did, yeah. They beat UConn's ass.
I don't know. Yeah, I thought they did. At least if you're going to get beaten to a pulp at home after you've hyped a game up to get everybody involved in women's basketball, have it be done by the eventual national champion.
In truth, the early season won 2 years ago against UConn.
We were right
better
there.
Than 2 games.
Well, we had a chance to win.
And our best player wasn't available that
night.
Hit
front iron. We should have won that game.
Oh, man.
I'm still mad about that.
Off the hand, I thought that was good.
Me too. That's one of the few that I've really, watched. I did. You lost the Muffet McGraw sound.
I have the full one, but I don't have the short one in that. I don't know. I did not do that. I'm not pleased.
I'll get T-shirts rolling here for everybody. Sorry about that. Yeah, I will. It's been that kind of year. I feel like there's a lot of therapy sessions on the show these days. What are you going to do? We got a new sound clip that we've got to introduce on the show today at some point. I didn't tell you to get it, but I will during the break, and you can get it. It's Gundy after the game when he went for 2, and he was asked the question whether or not everybody was on board. Did you hear his answer?
No.
Well, it's fantastic. It's one of the great answers of all time, and we need it on our
to laugh at him or
both to laugh at him and to say he's not wrong. It's kind of funny. It's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. I mean, he's getting worse. He's saying all kinds of dumbass things these days, but it makes me laugh. This soundbite in particular about going for 2, going for the win, is perfect because a reporter asked him whether or not everybody was on board, and he clearly didn't have time.
I don't give a damn if everybody's on board. Is that where he went?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's your liberal mentality. That's what he was dropping this week.
I know.
About quitting and stuff.
He sounded like your boy over there, Larry. Lifting weights before the ACC
Larry
meeting.
Fedora.
Tell everybody about how soft everybody is, and then North Carolina probably goes out and sucks.
It's a good tease, though. I'm going to have to find the sound clip.
Pedro versus Gerald Williams was forwarded to us. We got a ton of Redemption Thursday action on the show today. I was also corrected that it's not illegal for a teammate to push a runner from behind anymore. I did retort that should be. Also, a Benny the Beaver mention. Benny makes his way back on the program for the first time since we hired him tomorrow.
Is that so?
I am pumped about Benny the Beaver.
I better check and make sure that his itinerary
Make
is
sure
in
he's
line.
all right. Make sure he's made his way down the Yaktunksa River and all the others, the tributaries on
the Kalamacus, I think it was.
Kalamacus, that's right.
And then the Donner and Blitzen.
Yeah, the guy, if he's still there, that's a long way. He's moving awfully slow. We got to get our Oregon State gear in here.
Yeah.
Even though they wouldn't let me do the bit on the air, we can still don the beaver. I will.
Who wouldn't?
Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
When you're in need of auto repairs, look no further than Nice Tire and Auto Service. Nice has been in business for 16 years with long-term, knowledgeable sales associates. They have the latest wheel balancing machine in the industry. And for passenger vehicles, they service AC, brakes, suspension, tune-ups, and much more. Never sit through a long wait. Nice Tire and Auto has 10 service bays to get you back on the road quickly. If you have tire problems, check out their large inventory with various Goodyear and Michelin tires. Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, 574-4100.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this. It's right here, guys. We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men on a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
A better bank starts with looking at the savings rates most banks offer and saying, really? Capital One is building something better. You can open a Capital One savings account with one of the nation's best savings rates from anywhere. Or here.
Or here!
One of the nation's best savings rates. Opened online, at a Capital One location, or from anywhere. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Do you ever wonder how we're streaming millions of movies on demand or doing our banking from the beach? And how are we watching a live mission from Mars? Smart business minds dreamed these ideas, and Amazon Web Services is how they built them. With the broadest functionality and the most experience, the leading enterprises trust the AWS cloud to build the next big idea. Are you ready to build it? Learn more at awsishow.com.
Have you ever noticed when you report an accident or a claim to an insurance company, they are very eager to get you to one of their approved body shops. They say that they guarantee the shops work, but what they're really saying is the shop works for them, not the customer. So choose a shop that is working for and looking out for you, someone you trust. It's your choice. Lisa's Paint and Body.
License number MP46050.
It's that time of year again where you get to shop for the naughty and the nice. Make it easy. Super Lube it with a Super Change card. Visit any of our 19 area Super Lube locations, buy 3 oil changes and get 1 free. And for a limited time, you'll also receive a free fuel system cleaner. Super Lube. It's quick and convenient, and you never need an appointment. Hurry in and get your Super Change card plus a free fuel system cleaner today.
How I love to Super Lube my car, lube my car. How I love to Super Lube my car. Yes, sir.
The Donald L. Tucker Civic Center is awarding one lucky fan with tickets for an entire year with its Tickets to the Tuck giveaway, presented by POSS Medical Supplies. Grand prize is admission for 2 for every event at the Tuck in 2019. Go to tuckerciviccenter.com to enter. No purchase necessary. Good luck from the Tuck. See official rules for details.
Hi, I'm Alan Willis, the General Manager of 97.9 ESPN Radio here in Tallahassee. We have a rare sales position opening. If you have outside sales experience, a great positive attitude, if you're a team player, passionate about working, love sports, and most importantly, a self-starter with a proven record of success, then email me your cover letter and resume today at alanwillis@979espnradio.com. You'll be responsible for generating new business and growing some existing accounts for the only sports radio station in town through working face-to-face face-to-face with advertisers and business owners. The advertising business is fast-paced, exciting, and can be lucrative. Our employees are our most important resource. So if you think you have what it takes and are ready to join our winning team, please email me your cover letter and resume today to Alan Willis at 979ESPNradio.com. That's Alan, spelled A-L-L-E-N. 97.9 ESPN is locally owned and operated station and an equal opportunity employer. No phone calls, please.
The Jeff Cameron Show is brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener. Big store pricing with local service. Online at ctf.nu.
Redemption Thursday, Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio. Here is Coach Gundy of Oklahoma State after they failed on a 2-point attempt to win the game, but he went for it and was asked about it.
Did everyone seem on board with that go for it all move?
What's that?
All the players seem on board with going for the win, going for two?
Well, I'm the only guy that matters on that. I don't give what they think. They pay me to do that, and that way y'all can criticize me. But we had made the decision, gosh, probably 2 drives before. I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm just saying, if we let all them make decisions, hell, we'd be out there till the game was over.
I don't even know what that
I don't know what the
comment
last
means.
line means. That's why I made sure to leave that in there.
Yeah, it's strange.
You'd always be out there till the game is over.
Yeah.
You're the coach.
You're required to be. Kind of the job description. But the
you mean when the cows come home?
Yeah. The he's right. I've wanted coaches to answer that before exactly the way he did about the first part of that. I don't care. I mean, I'm paid handsomely to make those kinds of decisions. If it fails, that's on me. I get it. And if it succeeds, then you're welcome. But it's also their success if it happens.
Do you remember when they did a special on broadcast news about what it looks like or what the KISS members look like without their makeup on? Like, it was a big deal. It was like
Ages ago, yeah.
Reveal. Gundy's hair, and he's beleaguered looking. He appears to be the missing
like
member
a
of
member
KISS.
of KISS?
Yes,
He's
with the
Peter
makeup
Criss
off.
or something?
Yes. It's incredible.
Yeah, he does look. I mean, there's a strangeness to him that's going on right now that you're like, he's like Tan Mom or whatever. I mean, when you see him, it's crazy. It doesn't look real. That's his real hair, which is also weird. But that's do you think that's a real hair color? What's going on there?
I don't know about the color.
That can't be, right?
But he's got a visor too, so the visor pushes the hair up. It's not just a full hat; it's the visor. So it's got this poof in the front.
Are we going to find out that my man's wearing a wig?
No,
it can't be, right?
You would have suspected it earlier.
I would
give you more credit than that.
I just don't watch a lot of Oklahoma State football. Basically, people watch Oklahoma State when they play Oklahoma, and that's it. You don't ever watch them ever again. Like, oh, Oklahoma State's playing Oklahoma. I'll tune in. Nobody ever goes, who do they got next week? Nobody. Unless you went there. That's it. And that's weird because that's unique to them. I do care who, for example, Kansas State plays the following week. Not always.
You got a weird thing for Kansas State.
No. I pay attention to them because they've been a good bet over the years. You've been able to win some money home. But I'm saying, like, most teams, if you tell me, hey, who does UCLA have next week? I mean, I'm fairly indifferent, but I'll check it. Oh, look, if you say, hey, who's Oklahoma State got next week? I'm like, who the hell cares? What are we doing? It's Oklahoma State. Who gives a damn? And that's strange because they've had more success than UCLA.
Selling your home? Looking to buy? Go to Manasa.com now. Joe Manasa Real Estate.
We're
completing our descent and will arrive in TLH shortly.
Oh, I'm so happy to be home.
Once we land, you can take off again with savings from the City of Tallahassee.
What do you mean?
The City of Tallahassee offers rebates for up to $300 in savings when you purchase energy-efficient appliances.
Wow, that would be a huge help.
The city also offers free energy audits.
What's an energy audit?
It's when an energy auditor comes to your home at the time that's convenient for you, examines your structure, and checks your energy and water systems. Then, they recommend changes that could save you energy, water, and money. The city also offers free ceiling insulation grants for qualifying customers.
Man, the city sure offers a lot of ways to save money. Once we land, I will check out all of the products and services the city has to offer. This makes me proud to call Tallahassee home.
Thank you for flying with us today. Don't forget that you can take off with savings with the City of Tallahassee. From rebates for Energy Star appliances to insulation grants. You can save energy, water, and money. Visit talgov.com for more information.
Eat, sleep, fish. Mike's Marine Supply and Skeeter Boats want to get you out on the open water. They're your local Skeeter dealer, custom rigged with the Yamaha outboards. Stocked with a full line of Skeeter boats from the Bass to the Saltwater Bay Series, Skeeter has been recognized for 18 consecutive years as the leader in customer satisfaction for fiberglass outboard boats. Check in at Mike's Marine Supply for the spring specials starting soon. Located at 1296 Coastal Highway, Panacea, Florida, call Mike's Marine at 984-5637, online at mikesmarinetallahassee.com.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan, and the 2019s are arriving every day, including the all-new 2019 Altima. Pick 6 Savings has almost cleared out the 2018 Altimas, but we still have a good selection of 2018 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos that are all $6,000 off. All 2018 Sentras are $4,000 off, and we have over 40 to choose from. 2018 Versa S 5-speeds are $11,995, and 2018 Versa S Plus Automatics are $13,995. And we've extended the $10,000 off all 2018 Titan and Titan XD, regular cabs, extended cabs, crew cabs, gas or Cummins diesel. All 2018 Titans are $10,000 off, and we will give you $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade. That's $10,000 off all Titans and $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade, or a total of $12,000 in discounts on every Titan we sell. But you better hurry. The 2018s are going fast. Kraft Nissan on Mahan Drive between Academy Sports and Costco. Prices include dealer preparation charge.
Whidden Glass has been taking care of business since 1945. When you call Whidden Glass, you're dealing with experienced, reliable professionals who offer only the best. Like Whidden's top-of-the-line bath enclosures that provide style and luxury at an affordable price. Eye-catching storefronts are a specialty at Whidden Glass. We'll help you design it and install it. Whidden Glass, the first name in glass replacement. Call 222-5781.
Driving every day from the AmeriGas studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is 97.9 ESPN Radio, WTSM, Woodville, Thomasville, Tallahassee.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Dave McMenamin reports Lakers point guard Rajon Rondo will see a specialist today about his broken right hand. He got hurt during last night's win against the Trailblazers. The Lakers expect Rondo to be out for 3 to 5 weeks. LeBron James is now 5th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. He passed Wilt Chamberlain last night, and afterward he talked about the Hall of Famer.
One of the most dominant forces we ever had in our game, along with Shaq. One of the greatest Lakers to ever play the game, 100-point scorer. One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
James is now less than 900 points away from 4th place, held by Michael Jordan. If he stays healthy, James should pass Jordan later this season. NFL Week 11 kicks off tonight in Seattle. The Packers play the Seahawks. Former Syracuse and Falcons defensive end Tim Green writes on Facebook that he's been diagnosed with ALS. Green was a Falcons first-round pick back in 1986 and played for 8 seasons. Since his football career, he's earned a law degree, written a best-selling children's book, and worked in television.
Keep your car running newer, longer. Come into Firestone Complete Auto Care November 15th through the 18th for their epic sales event and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Restrictions and exclusions apply. Details at driveafirestone.com.
Broadcasting live from the AmeriGas Propane Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Number 2, Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio. Thanks for tuning to it, and a fine Redemption Thursday to you and yours. I'm Jeff, that's Tom. We are online, ESPNTallahassee.com. If you miss anything, go there. You can always find it. We'll post it, the entirety of the program, upon a conclusion, if I can say the word. It's both there and on iTunes. Also, the Audio Vault afterwards, all that good stuff. Also, the WTSM app, good for mobile devices. Get it if you don't have it already. It's free. Use it. YouTubers, hope you're doing well. Periscopers, too. Those would be the folks periscoping on Twitter at 979 ESPN Radio. At Jay Cameron Show, listening to the War Chant Boys this morning. Aslan said he'd take you by his side for a throwdown. How many Knoll drills would you be favored in if you laced them up against this offensive line? Oh, it's been too many years, Ryan. And I'm not big enough. I'm not big enough, man. I'm heavier than I need to be, but not heavy enough. 220 is not going to get it done against those boys, even as bad as they are. And they do suck. And I got little quicks to me. But I'm not going to be so presumptuous. I don't think so. Maybe against Arthur Rhodes. Or,
Arthur Williams?
What did I say? I called him Arthur Rhodes, the pitcher?
I don't know, man.
You're worried about me? I'm not feeling well.
No, it's Arthur Williams.
Yeah.
But you're pushing 50. I don't know,
I'm
dude.
47 years old. Let's not get all crazy.
Well, I mean, you know.
I'm in reasonable shape. No, I didn't.
You don't have Brian Burns quicks.
No, but I would, oddly enough, I'd stand a better chance against him than some of those guys on the interior because he's light. Not in like a foot race. I'm not trying to. I mean, we're just off the line here.
If he has to get by you, you'd stand a chance?
I'm not blocking him. I have to get by him.
Oh.
He's light. I just bull rush him.
Oh, right.
But I appreciate Aslan saying that. Watched FSU versus USF 2016 compressed version. Damn, who was number 12 at quarterback? Shake my head. Hashtag a-hole. I think a lot of Knowles everywhere are doing the thing where they go back and watch us play games when we were good. They're hearkening back to yesteryear these days.
Hashtag a-hole.
Well, you recall as we were in Chicago getting set to jump on the bus there as Game Day Excursions did us right, and we had a wonderful time. The bar we were at there, what was the name of that bar? It was a good bar.
What, for the morning reception?
The morning reception.
Yeah, it was Hopsmith.
Yeah, it was great. I had a good time there. I like that bar. Anyhow, we were upstairs, and they were playing Knoll videos.
With our logo attached
with
to them,
our
which was
ESPN
cool.
logo, which was cool. But anyhow, as we were watching those videos, it just served to depress. It didn't cause the kind of inspiration perhaps they were going for. It's not their fault. But I talked to countless people there who were watching those videos going, oh, man, that wasn't that. Some of those aren't that long ago. I'm like, no, that play right there is from 2014.
That guy's still on the team.
There aren't too many highlights from post-2014. 2014 was maddening, but we did win all the games, save for the one in the playoff. But, I mean, once, you have an undefeated regular season, you can't say it's a disappointing year. But 2015 is disappointing, 2016 is disappointing, 2017 is disappointing, 2018 is clearly disappointing. Whole lot of disappointment. That's what we've been spoon-fed over the last number of years. It's not like, I know that the bowl streak is on the verge of being extinguished, but I will say that we lost 6 games a year ago and had to reschedule an opponent, and not a good one, just to get bowl eligible. I mean, last year was a tough.
Yeah, but Odell rallied the troops to win that game, Jeff.
Does Odell rally the troops this Saturday? Does it happen this Saturday? Come on, baby. One time. That's all I need. I need this Saturday's victory. I get this Saturday's victory. I got next Saturday's victory. Give me this victory here. Florida's garbage. This victory here. Give me this one. Give me this right here. And then we'll worry about Florida because, man, that will be an inspired bunch that runs out of the tunnel.
How deep have you been digging to find the energy for this Boston College game? Or is it right there on the surface?
Right there on the surface all week. I thought about it after we got boat raced by Notre Dame because I was trying to figure out whether or not, in my mind, truthfully, I believe that we had an outside shot of still becoming bowl eligible. Not that that's the be-all, end-all. Listen, frankly, if you go back to the middle of the season and you could have told me we're going to go all in on the youth movement and sit certain people
at the cost of a bowl streak.
That's right.
Okay.
I think I would have done it. Like if you're gonna,
do you think it would have given us a better chance
to win games?
To win, let's just say that you had a youth movement for what? Looking at that schedule, let's say at the bye week you did it, and so your first game is Wake, then you got the big stretch, and you went youth movement. Then would you be in a better position to win these games now because of the investment in going youth movement than you are doing this like wishy-washy kind of Keyshawn Helton, Trayshawn Harrison one week, George Campbell, Keith Gavin the next week type thing?
I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I don't know that they could have, because I don't want to contradict what I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Whether you've got a veteran playing at wide receiver or a true freshman playing at wide receiver, your offensive line can't block. They can't block. So it doesn't matter. I mean, I tell myself that I would have rather have gone that route because I think that if he had thrown himself in that direction, it'd be a little bit easier to stomach the setbacks because you'd have such up and down play, some just sporadic moments of greatness, and then these moments where you're scratching your head going, what in the world were you doing? Oh, that's the wrong route. I'm fairly certain of that. That would be the season, but you'd still be getting your ass beat because you can't block. I mean, I think the only thing that it would do is say, well, he went all in, and that will advance the cause for next year. We'll be that much further along, and at least he, just decided somewhere along the way that's what we had to do. But I don't know. I mean, they're still playing to be bowl eligible. They are still – clearly their thought has been to do whatever you can do, however you have to do it, to try to get bowl eligible. And I can't fault them for that. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
No, those are the words. We got to see it. But yes.
But I'm saying that's what they've done. With the way that they've played some of those veteran players still, they believe they give them the best chance to win. You could argue that, but they believe that quite clearly. And so, you kind of feel like you're in limbo. And that's a tough place to be. I think that serves to madden the fans even more. It riles everybody up. You don't feel like that there's a thing, like a plan. But there is. It's just they can't block. They just can't block. I'm telling you what, the three losses, which we all predicted and that I was saying we were going to get killed in, except for I didn't say we'd get killed in NC State, and we didn't. But I thought we'd get killed by Clemson. I thought we'd get killed by Notre Dame. And I think we'll be in the game tomorrow, or Saturday. But here's the deal. The most disappointing element of this stretch is that people are abusing Harlan Barnett's defense. And I mean early. Long before they have an opportunity to fall back on the excuse that they've been on the field all night. They could fall back on that against Syracuse, and I believe it. It was 115 degrees in that dome because the stupid-ass place doesn't have air, despite being called the Carrier Dome, and then they were out there for 88 plays or whatever. What you're going to break down. It's going to happen. When your offense is that terrible, all right. But there's no excuse the last couple weeks. It's just crazy. Teams just doing whatever, whenever. 98 yards right at you, get you some of that, all on the ground. We got to do better there. You can lose. You can lose because you can't block on the other side. You can lose because you're inconsistent or you don't have enough players able to execute what you're trying to do. But you can't just get steamrolled on the ground. NC State hadn't shown a pulse on the ground all year. Boom, runs right at you. We're all sitting here worried about Finley going into that game, and they just scheme open an extra running lane via formation, and you got kids that can't fill. Or refuse to fill, don't know how to fill, look confused, scared, lost, one or the other. But what are we doing?
And we're going to be in this game. Why? Because if you're going on by defensive trends, then we're in big trouble here.
Because I think they have preached it all week long about the big boy stuff. I think there is some pride here. I do believe at home against BC. It's not on the road. If you can get off to a better start, the whole thing is, can you not get off to a 17-0 start? Can you stop doing that? Every time we look up, the game is over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, when it goes from bad, goes from good to bad, it does so 100 miles per hour. We're in it, game over. We're done here. It's 10-0. We can't come back.
Yeah.
It's just going to be the start of an ass kicking. Here comes the avalanche every time.
Well, and it was the message this week, and if I'm going to criticize Dirk Cutter for it, I got to be a little bit alert here, too. It's don't turn the ball over, don't put the ball on the ground. Okay, man, if we've got a fragile psyche, and we're mentally fragile, as is noted on the record, Willie's saying that, I mean, the message can't be don't turn the ball over, right? It's got to be hold on to the football.
Yeah, I wouldn't even bring it up. I mean, everybody knows the elephant in the room. We know the deal.
We've been fumbling all year. We're fumbling Jesse's.
That fumble from Cam Akers last week was ridiculous. He barely even got – what are we doing? And it killed you on the third down run with Jaquez Patrick. I mean, that's a first down, and he fumbles the ball, and you're like, okay, here we go. So every time you look up, and listen, we can talk all we want about James Blackman, but
it has been a long year. See, now you're saying that, you could feel how long this year has been.
Well, for us, I don't know. When I'm not talking about us, it feels like it's flying past. When I'm talking about us, it's just, Jesus. I mean, you can't get out of your own way. I mean, I don't know how I've been, unfortunately, in attendance for these moments where a game starts, or in the case of the second half against Miami, where you're saying to yourself, all right, listen, let's just not turn the ball over. Oh, look at that. We just turned it over. And then you just feel it.
Wasn't that an interesting moment from Willie in talking to you on Monday after that game, that maybe I shouldn't have said anything in the locker room about if something goes wrong? It's almost like he spoke it into existence.
Yeah. I think they play called it into existence.
Yeah.
That's been the only time this year. You guys know from listening to me, I don't spend a lot of time ripping play calling because that's the stuff that dumb fans do, is just rip any play that doesn't work. That's a bad play call. Sometimes you got to execute the play. But I did rip that play because it was the one thing that puts you in peril, where you put yourself in peril. I mean, a fumble can happen at any point. I got you. But when you drop it back and they're blitzing and you know they are on 3rd and long, you are putting your quarterback, who can't climb the pocket because he refuses to all year long. He's immobile. And they're going to bring pressure. That's what Manny Diaz, they're going to bring pressure. And so as soon as he goes back in the shotgun, as soon as he drops back, I'm sitting there yelling, no. I would have run a draw. I'd have punted the football, even with my injured-ass punter. I'd have punted the football. I don't care if it's 30 yards. Miami hadn't moved the ball, not even a little bit. That fumble changes that game and that result, and really, in a weird way, frankly, the season. Because at that point, it was open season on our secondary. Miami figured it out, really by necessity. They couldn't do anything else, and on 4th down, they throw that fade, and then they went, the fade's open for business. These kids got no chance to cover this. And then they kept doing it. And that's Katie barred the door, right? But now everybody does it. Like, okay, you guys can't cover this.
Throw it up.
Just throw it up.
Throw it up on 2.
Seriously, they're not going to cover it. Well, and then, when it rains, it pours, because they had it covered last week against Notre Dame. It's actually good cover. That kid's out there making catches with his butt cheek. I mean, what are we doing?
It's been a long year.
There are guys out here doing, and I hate to take away credit from a kid making a great catch and having the body control to somehow get a foot. That kid will never make that play again in his life. If you watch that in Super, it's impossible. It's really good coverage. And I go, okay, of course you caught that. Of course you did.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One with a preview of Thursday Night Football, brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Stay ahead of the game. Find an agent at farmers.com. Coming up, a battle of headliner quarterbacks when Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks host Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Green Bay is 4-4-1, but have yet to win a road game, a fact head coach Mike McCarthy is well aware of.
Everybody knows what our record is. We haven't won on the road yet, so that's an obvious emphasis this week. We had 2 tough losses in a row, a lot of travel, heat game and all those things, just things add up, but I think our team has done a good job dealing with it.
Now they're back on the road to face a 4-5 Seahawks team just as desperate for a win. Tom McCarthy and Mike Holmgren will have the call on Thursday Night Football.
Remember to listen to Westwood One's coverage of the NFL all season long. Right here on 97.9 ESPN Radio. Tallahassee's sports monster.
Napa know-how.
Right now, Napa has 5-quart jugs of Pennzoil or Valvoline full synthetic motor oil for $23.99. That's one heck of a deal for all-weather engine protection. So whether you're driving in Phoenix, Arizona, Duluth, Minnesota, or down the street to the grocery store, the right oil for your ride is just $23.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/18.
With this job, having two hands won't cut it, which is why I thank the stars I have a third. Grainger. When my two hands are full, I fully rely on Grainger. They're America's #1 source for industrial-grade supplies. So, whether I'm fixing a furnace or fastening a faucet, Grainger hands me what I need when I need it, which makes me a pretty lucky guy. Because when it comes to needing an extra hand, Grainger's got your back. Call or click Grainger.com to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I give to you easy laundry service from my friends at Wash Around the Clock. Oh, buddy, this is a game changer. If you're like me, your life is hectic. Between work, school, your kids' sporting events and activities, well, it leaves you precious little time to kick back and take a load off. About the last thing you want to do is hours of laundry, but there it sits, staring at you, taunting. No more. That's right. More watching, less washing. Save hours of valuable time when you sign up not doing laundry with easy laundry service from Wash Around the Clock. Whether it's dry cleaning or just plain laundry, Wash Around the Clock's easy laundry service will pick up and deliver at your home or office. So sign up for free today at easylaundry.net, or you can give them a call, 850-597-9007. Again, sign up today at easylaundry.net. Oh, and by the way, I got you. Use promo code JCS20 and save 20%. That's promo code JCS20. You're saving 20% on your first order. That's easylaundry.net from Wash Around the Clock.
From the notebook of James Naismith to the halls of the Donald L. Tucker Center, the game of basketball has always been a Tallahassee fan favorite. The Seminole basketball team welcomes you the opportunity to become a bench warmer. You never know when your number's getting called. Fans now have the opportunity to purchase a $175 lower-level season ticket and sit in a different seat every game. You could sit courtside as the Noles host Duke, Florida, Notre Dame, Miami, and Louisville. It's the best thing since sliced bread, and all for only $175. Purchase your tickets and become a bench warmer. Call 888-FSU-NOLE or visit Seminoles.com today.
Time now for the Tampa Bay Lightning Report, brought to you locally by Township of Tallahassee.
The Tampa Bay Lightning get set to take on the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight on the road. This is the first of 3 meetings this season and the first of 2 at PPG Paints Arena. Tampa Bay went 2-1 against Pittsburgh last year, winning both games at home, but losing in Pittsburgh. And the Lightning will be looking to snap their mini 2-game losing streak. It's the first time they've done that this year, although the team still remains in first place in the Atlantic Division. The team did get some good news yesterday as Anton Strawman was back at practice yesterday, but he is still listed as day-to-day with an injury. Pre-game coverage on 970 WFLA begins at 6:30 with the puck dropping at 7. With your Lightning Report, I'm Greg Linnelli.
At Township in Collegetown, for the table, by the people is not just lip service, it's their mantra. Tallahassee's largest beer hall offers drafts served in steins plus a unique twist on upscale pub fare. Just walk up and order for the table and grab a seat by the people. Some you may not even know. If you're looking for a more intimate gathering, Township offers The Garden, a unique setting to Tallahassee complete with outdoor fireplace and a retractable awning. And let's not forget the 32 taps and a private bar. Book it for your next party or company event. Township Tallahassee, 619 Woodward Avenue in Collegetown.
Do your hair a favor by checking in online and arriving just in time for your Sport Clips MVP haircut experience while you surround yourself with sports on TV, a great cut, massaging shampoo, and a hot steam towel. Claim your spot today. SportClips.com/check-in.
You're listening to The Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Sorry, we're just kind of hugging it out, going through all these different machinations about this going wrong, and that guy made that catch, and good Lord.
It's been a year.
But think about Monday's show, buddy. I can't wait. Fast forward to Monday when I walk in here, celebrating the big win that sets up Thanksgiving week, the intensity of a rivalry game with a bowl streak on the line. Woo, nobody saw that coming, except for this guy right here.
We'll take it. And if it's not true, then I like the way you lie, because it feels good.
It feels like
good to believe.
Well, yeah, I think people would like to believe. I'm not selling hope where there isn't any, though. I think we could win the game. You know what? What's hopeless? As good as our basketball team is, watching Duke. Good God. That is some silliness. I had seen, I think everybody had probably seen the high school videos of the Zion Williamson kid. He was a very popular sort of Instagram account or whatever. People would watch those dunks. I did not know. Did you know? I did not know he's so your boy's going to be able to say it this time. He's 280 pounds.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I had no idea that he was 280 pounds. This is true. Okay, so in the era of hyperbole, when we talk about athletes and the next guy being the greatest of all time and people want to throw around GOATs and all that kind of stuff, right? But when you look at him, when I hear people say that he looks like the next LeBron, just body type-wise, because remember when the first time you saw LeBron, when he started to put his man weight on, you were like, well, what is anybody going to do with that?
Yeah, exactly.
But Zion's already got it. He's 280 pounds. He's only going to get bigger, and he's got a nonstop motor. Who runs like that looks like that? Imagine if he were a tight end.
Oh, yeah, it's a combination of LeBron and Shaq.
It's really, really, really silly. It's absurd. If he starts knocking down, long-range jump shots at any point, you're screwed.
Yeah, the freeze frame of the dunk last night where he's eye level with the rim. I mean, we're done playing here.
It's
right?
280 pounds of get you some, and I don't recall seeing anybody like him. Normally, I roll my eyes when I hear people do there's never been anybody like him. Yeah, there has. The next great center, you're like, there have been lots of guys like that. Long, athletic, comfortable in their body, big, deft touch. I mean, Hakeem Olajuwon was pretty damn amazing. He had moves on top of moves, right? And, every now and then you'll just hear that thrown around. I don't ever really remember anybody looking like this.
I so would have appreciated an Obiagu, Zion Williamson, at least in that half court. I mean, Obiagu's not going to do anything in offense, but that would have been fun to watch.
I just don't know what you do with that guy. I mean, he's so young. He's only going to get better. According to everything I read, he's a tireless worker. You got to kick him out of the gym.
Yeah, he looks like he's 32.
Yeah, you got to kick him out of the gym. He's 280 pounds. He's, like you said, eye level with the rim, just hovering over everybody. It's like he pauses at the top.
You better hope you get 2 quick fouls on him. That's the scouting report when we played Duke here at the TLCCC.
Yeah,
need 2 quick fouls.
It's really amazing. We're building people differently. Nobody should look like that. And I haven't been kind of that childlike enthused in a long time, but I do. I watch that guy go, my God.
He should have played 1 game and then just said, I'm done.
I'm peace out, yeah.
Yeah, I'm declaring for the draft.
I think you guys know. Actually, he's got things to work on. He is just a freshman. He's got to get a better shot. He's got to do a lot of things to improve. But when you watch Duke, it's a bunch of LeBrons out there. First of all those guys, all those first-rounders, what are we doing? You get the top 3 guys committing to the same school. Come on.
I mean, Calipari had been doing it for a while. It's just he didn't capitalize consistently enough.
Consistently, yeah.
And Coach K said, well, anything you can do, I can do better. Here's a briefcase. Enjoy.
6'8", 285, 18 years old. It's just effortless. There's already, what's Duke played? 2-3 games? There's already a dunk highlight reel of just Zion Williamson's dunks at Duke.
He's got 10 so far, I think it is, yeah.
Just at Duke. And they're all, you go, ooh.
Did you see Jonathan Isaac semi-reject Joel Embiid last night?
I did see that. Yeah.
That was impressive. Just the heart of it more than anything else. I mean, the rim did some of the rejecting as well. But Isaac did change the trajectory for sure.
Yeah, and, listen, I'm not going to get caught up. Duke is 2-0. They beat, Kentucky and Army. I'm not going to get all caught up and kind of be hopeless the way we are with football just because there is a Duke out there, right? I mean, basketball is a weird sport, and here's the deal. We didn't have any designs on winning the ACC necessarily, right? So because you're not catching them. Nobody's beating them. But in a tournament setting, it's a one-off. Who knows? I mean, does Duke go undefeated in the regular season and postseason? Did they go wire-to-wire undefeated?
No.
They'll have an off night, right? Somebody will beat them.
Sure. Like I said, 2 quick fouls on Zion, and maybe you're out of rhythm. You're used to doing it one way. I mean, you're everybody's Super Bowl, too. You're everybody's Final Four. So I'm sure they're going to catch somebody on a bad night. I mean, there are a lot of teams that can play. They just don't have that roster. Also, we've fallen into this trap with Cal before. A lot of freshmen. That's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
Their legs get tired.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a fatigue factor they're not ready for.
Well, I'll tell you this. When I watch Virginia, now we know what Virginia did last year, and their style of play is maddening. But they'll be number one in defensive efficiency probably all season long, right? They have one of the best backcourts in the conference. We saw Kyle Guy. We know those guys, right? And so North Carolina, if you watch them, they too look great. Where from there is where you start talking about, all right, how close? Okay, so those are the 3. From there, can you beat out Syracuse? You'd project Syracuse is good this year. You'd project them to be number 4, I think. And after Syracuse, I'm putting us. I think we're the 5th best team in the ACC.
I saw some of Virginia Tech today against Ball State.
Right.
It's tough to get up for a game that you're going to win. But, everything about what they do is not special compared to what we do. They're ranked number 16 in the country, which is why I bring them up.
Yeah, and they beat Gardner-Webb prior to that, so it's hard to know necessarily.
No, but, they're not – you don't look at them and say, well, we're not like that. We're better, probably.
Yeah, they listen, every time people will bring up, they'll bring up Isaiah Wilkins or Justin Robinson. They'll bring up other – I'm like, okay. And I fall in this trap because we're so unaccustomed to being considered one of the prohibited favorites in the ACC or to be thought of in that way at all. It's kind of foreign to us. Like, we sometimes earn that, often even earn a top 5 in the ACC. But we always sneak up on people. We're always the team that's coming in and they're like, oh, look at Florida State. They got some nice wins this year, and they're going to make the tournament. All right. Not this year. That's not the way we're viewed now. We're viewed as a really good team that plays exceptionally well together. And I've got to, and as conductor, Tom, I've got to get the choo-choo going the right way here, because when I hear all of that praise, that Florida State's the 4th or 5th best team in the ACC, those years of having to climb the mountain just to be, even mentioned once while people were talking about college basketball on the weekend, has taken its toll on me to the point where my brain won't let me believe we're that good. But when I watch us, we're that good. Now, we've played 2 games, so we'll see. But we played defense all tournament last year. That's when the light bulb went off. They did. They've got a lot of great parts. They love each other. They play together. They're incredibly unselfish. They're long. They're difficult to play. If I'm thinking about it from a scouting standpoint, if I have to play Florida State, I got problems because there's real balance there. They've arguably got the best point guard in the conference.
Yeah, they're above average on both ends of the court.
Right.
I don't know that we're spectacular on defense. I don't know that we're spectacular on offense. If we hit our threes, then of course, and we've got a couple of candidates that are able to do that, especially when Kofor comes back. But they're just they're tough on both ends of the court.
They're a tough team, right? They've got length. They've got depth. They've got agility. They've got speed. They got a lot of things.
We could have an off night shooting and be in the game. We could have an off night defensively and be in the game. So we're a hard out. Yeah. But for me, I think the number one priority, just as a fan of this team this year, is make the tournament and be playing healthy. First of all, you're healthy, but playing competitive basketball on both sides. A top 4 finish would be nice. A run at the ACC tournament championship, whatever it is, those would all be nice. But if you gave me 9-9, 10-8 comfortably in the tournament and playing well at the right time again, I'm taking that all day.
We're not in a position as a program or as a fan base to really sneeze at that anyhow. And I said that last year. The goal going into last year, after going to the NCAA tournament the previous season, even winning a game in said tournament, and somehow having our fans act as if the second round loss of the NCAA tournament was a disappointment meant that we had grown up, that there were expectations now, that things had changed, that we had recruited to a different level to where we could hold them accountable for higher expectations. But make no mistake, that at a place like Florida State, the trick isn't making the tournament. It's sustaining a level of excellence to make the tournament for years on end so that you graduate to a different level program, to where it's not a big deal for us to talk about this team as being a tournament team. It's a foregone conclusion. Getting to that place requires you to go year in and year out. Look, they're steady beating Florida all the time. But at the start of every season, when people talk about Florida State and people talk about Florida, they talk about them very differently. Florida's got 2 national titles. I'm aware of that. But what they've done more important than those national titles, at least in terms of the expectations annually, is sustain themselves as a perennial tournament team. That program right now, I understand the recruiting rankings, but that program right now isn't as good as our program. But when people talk about Florida State, I think the first thought is, they've had a couple good years. I wonder if they'll keep that going.
Yeah.
Not, oh, yeah, well, that's a tournament team they got down there. They're tough out. They're tough. We're not there yet.
Well, we would be there if you do what you're supposed to do this year, and then next year the program is in such a place you can go back to the tournament next season because you're gonna lose a lot of players after this year.
Yeah, it's tough, but they just got done signing a top 15 class.
Right.
So that's what they do right now. I mean, that's the idea, is that Leonard, in his last years at Florida State, what a wonderful – I mean, I assume as much. He's not going to coach till he's 90, I don't think. Coach.
Well, he'll look like he's 50.
It's unbelievable, 90, right? So. And listen, I'm not running him off. We're back-to-back years in the tournament. We're a top 15 team right now. We're 2-0. We've got to a great start. Hey, stay. You're doing a great job. And you're recruiting your ass off. So good. Got a good staff, all of that. But – if in his last 8 years he goes to the tournament 6-7 times, that would be a capper of a career and one that we would hold in very high regard.
Yeah.
And that would be something to behold.
And that would be something where Florida State fans at that point would say, well who are we going to get to replace him?
Right.
And the conversation would change.
Well,
right now people are just looking for an excuse for a replacement. But let's just
miserable fans.
They are. But if you, let's just say, continue this run, so it's 2 years in a row, you second round, Elite Eight, and you win a game this year in the tournament minimum, so you go to the second round at minimum this year. You make the tournament next year with a young team that's impressionable, exciting. I mean, that's how we're recruiting these days. And you keep that going up till about 2023, 24, somewhere in there.
Basketball school, Tom.
Well,
basketball
I prefer
school.
To be an even split school. Thank you very much.
Basketball school. Well, really good at
Florida existed as both for a period there in the latter part of the last decade.
Texas did too, briefly. Yeah, I mean, but we're also really good at women's soccer, softball. We're really, really good. We got a lot of things. Sand volleyball. We're very good at that.
Indoor volleyball. Do well in the ACC.
Here you go, Mario. We're really good in track.
How about that golf team?
Annual. That's just what we do.
Straight hopeful for this year.
Always. That's what he does. He recruits. I mean, look. We got guys.
Well, I know we got Pack, but I mean, are we good as a...
Yeah, we'll be good. Talked to former Knoll and PGA Tour great Jeff Sluman last night.
Jeff Sluman gave me a golf ball at the JCPenney Classic when I was 9 years old. Never forget that.
Jeff Sluman is friends with Bill Murray, and he talked all about it last night. They're boys. They hang out. Legit. It's like, that doesn't suck.
Is Bill a good guy? Whispers about him.
According to Jeff Sluman, he's an awesome guy. They're like best buds. Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Owner of Jerry's Cigar Shop. Jerry's has been a local favorite for cigar enthusiasts for the last 25 years. We have the largest walk-in humidors in town, filled to the brim with an amazing cigar selection. Relax in one of our leather chairs and enjoy an ice-cold beer or a glass of wine with your cigar. Jerry's is a great place to watch sports on our big flat-screen TVs and offers a comfortable setting for lively conversation. Visit our original store on Scherer Road or our new second location on Cary Forest Parkway. We hope to see you soon.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-298-5783. 800-298-5783. That's 800-298-5783.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, listen to Dave.
Andro 400, I really love it. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy. It feels like I'm 25. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man.
Andro 400 Max, an extra strength, all-natural testosterone booster. The safe and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Go to andro400.com or call 888-510-9336. That's 888-510-9336.
It's that time of year again where you get to shop for the naughty and the nice. Make it easy. Super Lube it with a Super Change card. Visit any of our 19 area Super Lube locations, buy 3 oil changes and get 1 free. And for a limited time, you'll also receive a free fuel system cleaner. Super Lube. It's quick and convenient, and you never need an appointment. Hurry in and get your Super Change card plus a free fuel system cleaner today.
How I love to Super Lube my car, lube my car. How I love to Super Lube my car. Yes, sir.
Games for Less, the only locally owned and operated gaming store in town, has Tallahassee's largest selection of new and used video games and game systems. The future of video gaming is at Games for Less, where they have both the PS4 and Xbox One. It's time to trade in your old systems and elevate your gaming experience now. Games for Less is also your headquarters for the best in retro gaming. Atari 2600, original Nintendo, Super NES, or Sega Genesis, you name it. They got it at Games for Less. Games for Less, the Super Walmart Shopping Center on Appalachia Parkway. Give them a call today at 850-219-3535. That's Games for Less.
Seminole fans know barbecue, and Tallahassee's best southern barbecue is Willie Jewell's. Willie Jewell's Old School Barbecue on Thomasville Road. Smoked on site 24 hours a day. Cooked low and slow the old school way. And every meal is served with a side of southern hospitality. And take advantage of the barbecue tailgate special. Pork brisket, chicken ribs, turkey, and wings with all the fixings to make your tailgate the place to pregame. Let Willie Jewell's take the stress out of your next tailgate or event. Willie Jewell's, 5442 Thomasville Road. Go Knowles!
This is the Dan Le Batard Show on ESPN Radio.
Ryan Clark with us now. Do you agree with Booger McFarland when he tweets, sometimes I just want to tell the dude cooking at the Japanese steakhouse, stop with all the damn tricks and cook the food?
100%. 100%. I'm not a child. I'm only here to eat. I'm not here to be entertained.
You don't like the volcano with the onions?
Hey, man, don't throw shrimp in your hat. Don't chew the volcano onions in front of me. I don't want none of that. Don't put the oil on the thing and then burn everything and have my eyebrows singed and my lashes burning. Like, I don't want all that. I did not come here for my face to smell like smoke. I came here to eat steak, shrimp, and fried rice. That's all I'm here for. This is not a circus. This is Benihana. This is Nakama.
Do you go double yum yum sauce or do you go yum yum ginger sauce?
No ginger, double yum yum.
Attaboy.
Double yum. Who needs ginger? What do you put ginger on anyway?
The Dan Le Batard Show, weekdays at 10 a.m. on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Dave McMenamin reports Lakers point guard Rajon Rondo will see a specialist today about his broken right hand. He got hurt during last night's win against the Trailblazers. The Lakers expect Rondo to be out for 3 to 5 weeks. LeBron James is now 5th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. He passed Wilt Chamberlain last night, and afterward he talked about the Hall of Famer.
One of the most dominant forces we ever had in our game, along with Shaq. One of the greatest Lakers to ever play the game, 100-point scorer. One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
James is now less than 900 points away from 4th place, held by Michael Jordan. If he stays healthy, James should pass Jordan later this season. NFL Week 11 kicks off tonight in Seattle. The Packers play the Seahawks. Former Syracuse and Falcons defensive end Tim Green writes on Facebook that he's been diagnosed with ALS. Green was a Falcons first-round pick back in 1986 and played for 8 seasons. Since his football career, he's earned a law degree, written a best-selling children's book, and worked in television.
Keep your car running newer, longer. Come into Firestone Complete Auto Care November 15th through the 18th for their epic sales event and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Restrictions and exclusions apply. Details at driveafirestone.com.
Broadcasting live from the AmeriGas Propane Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio. Go to the Facebook page if you'd like. It's ESPN Tallahassee on Facebook. You'll find my picks for Redemption Thursday. There are 10 college wagers. I'm going to add to the NFL wagers probably tomorrow. I haven't touched those yet today. Had a little nice run on the NFL, and then it subsided, as it wants to do in the NFL. Tough. Got a dude in my league, Tom, that's like 18 games above 500 on the season against the number in the NFL. Get out of here with that lucky nonsense. That's just pure nonsense. Nobody does that.
There's always one guy if you're in a league that's big enough, though.
Well, that's right.
What's that percentage at? Because you're betting 5 games a week, right?
Yeah, I got to go back and look. It's a good percentage.
Upper 60s?
Close to 70, I think.
Oh,
yeah, it's absurd. I'm like, look, my guy's living right. You need to go to Vegas now. Get on the plane.
The question is, when you actually put money on it, though, does it change your juju?
Well, they are putting money on this. I mean, this is for money.
Yeah, but money per ticket.
You mean per ticket, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you actually have to part with the cash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a different feeling for a pool when you're making decisions versus actually throwing down some cash and then submitting a ticket.
It's also why they tell you to actually use cash when you're buying things. You feel it. You have to physically reach in and grab the cash. You have to part with it as opposed to an electronic exchange where you never see the money. So
like if you want a good offensive line recruit.
Right. You got to part with the money.
Use cash.
Always, for lots of reasons. If you need to sign 5 five-star offensive linemen, say you're at a school that's really struggling to block, and the real reason that week in and week out you can't be competitive is quite clearly the ineptitude of your offensive line. Well, if you were in that said position, you would need to do something about that. And in a hurry, because it affects everything else. That inability to block determines your week-to-week success, or lack thereof, more importantly, and your time here. So you got to find a way to convince the nation's best offensive line recruits to not only come to Florida State, but to tell their friends about it. And they, too, can come to Florida State if they're 4- and 5-star offensive linemen, dedicated and quiet. They know how to keep secrets. They know to do what they got to do to get by, to protect themselves and their family, Tom. Maybe they would want to be incentivized. Maybe they'd look at the current situation and say, I don't know. Looks like it's going to be a slow, not as quick a turnaround as I'd like. I want to play winning football. Well, you would have to perhaps give them more reasons to choose Florida State. Maybe more than just it's a fine institution of higher learning and a great tradition in college football.
Now, listen, I know that some guys, they will substitute words if they're the gambling types. You know, potato chips.
Potato chips.
For example. With an offensive lineman, maybe I use the term pancakes.
How many pancakes would you need? What does a pancake represent to you?
Yes. What is a pancake worth?
It's like units.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's pancakes.
How many pancakes
if that
do
pancake
you think you could provide us? And in turn, you know, maybe it's a pancake for pancake exchange. There you go.
Something along those lines, yeah. So if you're Dante Lucas and you feel like, I don't know, pancakes, it's hard to put a value on pancakes. They're so damn delicious. But let's say you put that value per pancake because you love them. You love pancakes. To you, they're worth $1,000 a piece. Maybe they are to him. He likes pancakes. Some kids might say, man, a really well-done pancake with some blueberry stuff on it, that's like $5,000. Maybe. Could be.
Blueberries. Good point.
Yep. Blueberries. So you never know. Other guys like strawberries. They throw some strawberries on their pancakes, Tom.
Some like chocolate chips.
That's true. Pecans even.
Really?
Yeah, some people put pecans on them. And maybe that pancake, Tom, is worth $3,000 per pancake with a pecan.
Pecans.
Not my thing.
It's a free country, I guess.
You do whatever you want. Throw anything on a pancake, Tom. It's a pancake. So, if that's the case, how many pancakes can you eat, Dante? 20? It's an expensive plate of food, but the man must eat, Tom. I think we could provide 20 pancakes. Easily.
If you can finish the meal. But you got to be able to finish the meal because we don't want any wasted pancakes.
Can't have any.
No.
People starving out there, Tom. Eat your pancakes. And you know what? Here's the thing about that. If you're able to finish faster than others and you have an exemplary record, maybe it's only 3. Maybe it only takes you 3 years to finish up a meal like that. Or, in this case, hours.
Well, and listen.
An hour can represent a day.
You've seen what the NCAA said about food, right? So there can be seconds. How about a second helping?
If after, say, 2 pancakes, things are working out for everybody early on, you like them, and we like the way you eat those pancakes. You're doing the cooks a solid. Maybe there's more where that came from. We can make more pancakes, Dante. Do you have friends who also like pancakes?
I got a case of Log Cabin.
Are they of the 5-star variety? Pancake lovers? Of course, we're talking about pancakes. Let them know. Florida State's got pancakes. There's more pancakes where those came from. They're just doling out pancakes to the right people. And I would want to know, for example, that a place who was willing to dole out those kinds of delicious treats for incoming recruits, feed these kids properly, feed them. I'd want to know which places in town support that. So I could, in turn, support their business for feeding these kids. You got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
It takes a village, Tom.
There's a lot of pancake joints around here.
Lots of them. And some places that might start serving pancakes. They didn't before, but they may be in.
Yeah.
Depends on who owns the place.
No waffles, though.
No.
You know what they say about waffles? He who waffles gets no pancakes.
That's how that goes. It's an age-old saying. But we're in on the pancakes. So let's say I'm driving down the road and that place is ordinarily a wing joint. Today they got pancakes. They believe. They're committed in helping these kids eat properly. And if the kids like pancakes, they're in. They'll make some pancakes.
The 5-star stack.
It's a good stack. It's Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Pay that man his money. Baby, I got a long, long day ahead of me.
Car get caught in some gridiron action? Take it to Bob's Auto Repair and Collision Center. Now open at the new location on Lake Bradford Road. The new Bob's Auto Repair and Collision Center is still providing the best car care and collision service in town with the same great people, but now at a new state-of-the-art facility off Lake Bradford Road. Come check it out for a free collision estimate and find out why Bob's Auto Repair and Collision has been rated #1 with FSU students in Tallahassee for over 35 years. Bob's Auto Repair and Collision Center, 2293 Lake Bradford Road. Don't let your car get stuck on the bench this season.
License number MV01209.
With football season in full swing, don't forget about fishing our local waterways after the games. Fish are still biting regardless of the score. Sea Quarters Marina, Carabel, Florida. Open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The marina has a ship store, which includes fuel, bait, tackle, ice, and all of your fishing supplies for the trip. Both diesel and non-ethanol fuel is available. Free Wi-Fi and pump out with boat slip rental. Sea Quarters Marina, 501 St. James Avenue, Carabel, Florida, 697-8400. Visit them online at seaquartersmarina.com.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan, and the 2019s are arriving every day, including the all-new 2019 Altima. Pick 6 Savings has almost cleared out the 2018 Altimas, but we still have a good selection of 2018 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos that are all $6,000 off. All 2018 Sentras are $4,000 off, and we have over 40 to choose from. 2018 Versa S 5-speeds are $11,995, and 2018 Versa S Plus automatics are $13,995. And we've extended the $10,000 off all 2018 Titan and Titan XD, regular cabs, extended cabs, crew cabs, gas or Cummins diesel. All 2018 Titans are $10,000 off, and we will give you $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade. That's $10,000 off all Titans and $2,000 over Kelly Blue Book for your trade, or a total of $12,000 in discounts on every Titan we sell. But you better hurry. The 2018s are going fast. Kraft Nissan on Mahan Drive between Academy Sports and Costco. Prices include dealer preparation charge.
You know what? It's time you level up your lemon lime with clear, refreshing Mountain Dew Ice. We get it. You're used to a certain kind of lemon lime experience. But why settle for this when you could have this? You want a fist bump that ends in one of those fake explosions?
Hey, Charles.
Or a fist bump that ends in an actual explosion?
Hey, Charles.
Want to pull up to the party on this? Or arrive in this? Take this last-second shot, or make the last-second shot. Make this musical request, or this one. So yeah, you can keep drinking the same old, but we think you'll like the exploding fist bump, last-second shot, showing up to the party properly way to lemon lime, right? Mountain Dew Ice. Clear, refreshing lemon lime, redefined.
This is the Dan Lebatard Show on ESPN Radio.
Mark Wahlberg, I don't know if for you he is a top 10 leading man or not, but he is a top 10 leading man in Stugatz movies.
No doubt.
In the Stugatz power rankings of leading men, Mark Wahlberg is absolutely at the forefront of any movie that Stugatz would be likely to see based on just the names involved. There aren't that many of them, right?
There's Stallone. There is Schwarzenegger. There is, let me think.
Keanu.
Yep, there's that.
Statham.
Neeson. Liam Neeson.
Jean-Claude Van Damme at one point was certainly in my top 10. At one point, Steven Seagal was also at one point in my top 10. At one point. This list is constantly changing.
The Dan Lebatard Show, weekdays at 10 a.m. on 97.9 ESPN Radio. This is the Jeff Cameron Show on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
I get the 5-star stack of pancakes in Tallahassee. See, we're getting people on board. They understand. Folks, we know what has to be done, and we're willing to do it. I don't know what you guys are doing. We're trying to win some football games around here. These kids got to eat. Clearly, the group we have currently, they're not eating. Incapable.
A lot of toaster strudel, probably.
Is that a pastry?
I think it's a frozen pastry, yeah. From at least my,
No, I remember the frozen strudel. They had the sugar on top.
You could put the icing on it.
They've got the strawberry or raspberry or whatever inside.
I've never had one of those.
I'm sure they're pure sugar.
Yeah.
It's like, here, kids, have a spoonful of sugar.
You said sugar when you said pure. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
Jeff, you've gotten too relaxed. Speaking of relaxed, My Pillow is 100% machine washable and dryable. It comes with a 10-year warranty, and here's the new part. With your purchase, your money-back guarantee is extended all the way through March. It used to be 60 days. Nay. Now it's all the way until March the 1st. Way to go. Yay. Go to MyPillow.com. I love My Pillow. Have I told you guys that? I do. It provides quality sleep. I slept on it last night. We'll sleep on it again tonight. You can too. And you can get a buy one, get one special while you're at it. Go to MyPillow.com. Click on the buy one, get one free special. Use the promo code 979ESPN. Promo code 979ESPN. MyPillow.com. They are really comfortable. Get you one. Final hour, forthcoming. Stay with us.
Hi, this is Peter Bond, owner of Jerry's Cigar Shop. Jerry's has been a local favorite for cigar enthusiasts for the last 25 years. We have the largest walk-in humidors in town, filled to the brim with an amazing cigar selection. Relax in one of our leather chairs and enjoy an ice-cold beer or a glass of wine with your cigar. Jerry's is a great place to watch sports on our big flat-screen TVs and offers a comfortable setting for lively conversation. Visit our original store on Sharer Road or our new second location on Cary Forest Parkway. We hope to see you soon.
Hi, Chris Kraft for Kraft Nissan. We have all felt the impact of Hurricane Michael across the Florida Panhandle. While Tallahassee was beat up and bruised, our neighbors from Apalachicola to Panama City, their lives will be changed forever. Hearts and prayers go out to all affected. And while there is devastation, there is hope, because Floridians are strong and we take care of our own. I have traveled with the Red Cross and have seen much of the devastation in person. The pouring in of help from volunteers that are neighbors and strangers alike is incredible and is what makes us all proud to be Americans. Also, if your vehicle was damaged by the storm, you automatically qualify for Nissan's factory employee pricing, which is up to $1,500 under invoice. In addition, you keep all rebates or 0% interest on most models. And Nissan Corporate has just announced no payments until 2019. It's Nissan's way of helping our neighbors, and Kraft Nissan will put an additional $1,000 on all trades. But my main message today is to do what you can do to continue helping, whether your time or your treasure. This is going to be a long process, but I promise you, Kraft Nissan will continue to help until the job is done.
Make this the coolest Christmas ever with Orca coolers. Orca has something for everyone on your list. From American-made, lifetime guaranteed coolers that hold ice for up to 200 hours to stainless steel drinkware that will keep your holiday spirits ice cold. Orca has more color and design options than any other brand, including officially licensed NCAA, NFL, MLB, and NHL products. Shop OrcaCoolers.com from Black Friday through Cyber Monday to get the best deals of the season. Make every moment cool and give the gift that lasts a lifetime at OrcaCoolers.com.
As the morning sun shines in, you hit the snooze button. 10 minutes turned into an hour. Now there's no time to take a shower or time to get dressed, which explains the sweater vest and the fedora. When your morning is hell, just go to Taco Bell.
And for just $1, let us make you breakfast, like Taco Bell's grilled breakfast burrito. Eggs, bacon, and cheese wrapped in a warm tortilla. At participating stores for a limited time during breakfast hours. Prices may vary. Tax extra.
Don't just listen to The Jeff Cameron Show. Watch it live. The Jeff Cameron Show Streamcast. Live weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. Head to ESPNTallahassee.com today to watch live or catch up on demand. The Jeff Cameron Show Streamcast. Brought to you by Nice Tire and Auto, your trusted Goodyear dealer.
Nice Tire and Auto, just minutes away from FSU campus.
Driving every day from the AmeriGas studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is 97.9 ESPN Radio, WTSM, Woodville, Thomasville, Tallahassee.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Dave McMenamin reports Lakers point guard Rajon Rondo will see a specialist today about his broken right hand. He got hurt during last night's win against the Trailblazers. The Lakers expect Rondo to be out for 3 to 5 weeks. LeBron James is now 5th on the NBA's all-time scoring list. He passed Wilt Chamberlain last night, and afterward he talked about the Hall of Famer.
One of the most dominant forces we ever had in our game, along with Shaq. One of the greatest Lakers to ever play the game. 100-point scorer. One of the greatest scorers, rebounders ever.
James is now less than 900 points away from 4th place, held by Michael Jordan. If he stays healthy, James should pass Jordan later this season. NFL Week 11 kicks off tonight in Seattle. The Packers play the Seahawks. Former Syracuse and Falcons defensive end Tim Green writes on Facebook that he's been diagnosed with ALS. Green was a Falcons first-round pick back in 1986 and played for 8 seasons. Since his football career, he's earned a law degree, written a best-selling children's book, and worked in television.
Keep your car running newer, longer. Come into Firestone Complete Auto Care November 15th through the 18th for their epic sales event and get $100 off any purchase of $500 or more. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone. Restrictions and exclusions apply. Details at driveafirestone.com.
Broadcasting live from the AmeriGas Propane Studios in the capital city of Tallahassee. This is the Jeff Cameron Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Tool and Fastener on 97.9 ESPN Radio.
the Jeff Cameron Show, at least for today. Thanks for tuning to it. I'm Jeff. That's Tom. We're online, ESPN Tallahassee.com. That's where you go to listen live via the streaming free always. You don't have to miss anything, but sometimes you do, and we understand that. When that happens, I say, hey, we got you caught up. Don't worry about it. Just go to iTunes. We'll post the show there after the program ends. We'll also post it via the app, WTSM app, free, and online, ESPNTallahassee.com. It's a good thing. Go to ESPN Tallahassee on Facebook. I believe Matthew has posted my picks for the day. And Redemption Thursday wagers are upon us, given the fact that, see, this is where it does feel like it, Tom. I've been talking off and on all day today about how fast the season's going. I'll do that more in a minute. First, let's do this. Wake +7 versus Pitt. Pitt's in a look-ahead spot, Tom. We're going with Wake. Minnesota +2 against Northwestern. Northwestern already clinched. Give me Minnesota to get the win outright, but I'm getting points. I like it.
Back-to-back big wins for the Gophers.
That's what you got going there. What in the world happened to Purdue? That was the craziest game in the world.
I do not know.
Yeah. Arkansas +21.5 against Mississippi State. You know, I've been on that Arkansas train. Hanging in there, covering the machine lately.
Are they?
They are. They lost by 7 to LSU. Cover City. There we go. That's a nice train to be on. Nebraska +2 against Michigan State. I think Nebraska wins outright. Miami's giving 5 to Virginia Tech, who is spiraling out of control. We're going to go with Miami. Not like they're on a winning streak, folks. It's just a battle of two sorry-ass teams, which is the entirety of the ACC, not named Clemson. That could be any ACC matchup you want to name. Yeah, just name one. Arbitrary. Go ahead. Georgia Tech, Virginia. Sucks. Wake Pitt. Sucks. Florida State, BC. Sucks. We can go on for days. All those matchups. Terrible. Because all the teams are terrible. Then again, all college football teams not named Clemson or Alabama look to be pretty damn terrible this year. Like, the good ones are just better because they're not terrible. They're just, serviceable. They're not all dysfunctional. They're just okay.
Some smoke, some mirrors, some good football, all kind of mixed together.
So I thought about this, watching the Florida State-Notre Dame game when we were getting blown out. Nobody wants to hear you say when you're getting blown out that the team that is just bludgeoning you isn't any good. But I didn't feel like they were great. They're a good team relative to this season.
Well, yeah.
I mean, realistically speaking, if you take Alabama and you take any team in the top 10 and you say their name next to Alabama, not named Clemson, that's the only one where I'd go, well, hold on. But every other team, Michigan, Notre Dame, Georgia, all of them, I go, nope, not a game.
I think if Tua is still doing his Costco limp, right, and it's Michigan, I think you could argue to where it could be a game in the second half because it's 17-10.
Well, sure. If Tua's out, everything, all of a sudden, all those teams are in play.
Even if he's playing, but he's limping, just against that defense.
Yeah. Give me Indiana +28 against Michigan. Michigan's looking ahead to Ohio State, and Michigan's offense is pretty crappy. I'm getting 28. Come on. I got to do it. It's like I took UMass because it's a look-ahead game for Georgia, so he can meets there as they. But they have played very, very well. There's there. I mean, it doesn't. Here's a little peek. We talked about this live from Chicago, but when we went to ESPN 1000, when Tom and I walked there, it was first of all snowing in our face as we were walking there, which was awesome. You weren't feeling well, but I enjoyed our walk.
I would have enjoyed it if I was feeling well, 100%. Right.
Yeah, but we walked about a mile and a half from the hotel, whatever it was. So we walked over to ESPN 1000 there in Chicago, and housed in that building where the radio station is ABC Television and a bunch of other media outlets.
Disney corporate, too.
Yeah,
the Disney corporate office for the Midwest.
So, really nice place, and security was tight. They didn't trust us. But we get up there, they welcomed us in. They were great. But the funniest thing to me was listening to guys that have lived in Chicago 30 and 40 years greet each other in the hall with, yeah, snowing in early November, huh? I mean, they were all kind of stunned. So they didn't see that front coming. As cold as it is in Chicago, it's not normally 23 and snowing in early November. I think they were all a little shocked. So it doesn't surprise me that same front that hit us that morning, which moved on over to South Bend, caused, that to be one of the coldest games that they've played.
It really was like something out of a Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones. As the
Sunny,
bus gets
sunny, dark.
Yes, 3/4 of the way there, and then there's all of a sudden snow on the ground. There wasn't much, if any, for most of that trip, but then you get past this point, and the bus temperature dropped by a good 10 degrees.
Well, we were laughing about. I went from being hot because you got to get geared up. You're going to a game that you know it's going to be.
That's the thing about the winter, right?
It's inconvenient. I can deal with cold weather. I wouldn't love shoveling snow, but the problem is winter, when places where it gets bitterly cold, it's just inconvenient.
This is why people would make fun of me when I was at Iona for one semester.
You walked around in shorts because you didn't want to do that.
I'd walk in shorts and flip-flops, and I have like one track jacket on. And they'd laugh. It's like not even a half a mile to walk to the building. It's 10 minutes at most.
You'll make it.
I'll make it. And when I sit down, I have space at my desk.
And
they
I'm
don't
comfortable
because they got jackets and they're pushed forward in their desk and they're stacking them up and they got purses and stuff for the ladies.
Yeah, that's all well and good for a quick trek to class. But if you're hanging out in downtown Chicago to go to dinner and be out on the town, you're done.
Not. Yeah.
But that's what stinks about it is that then you get into the restaurant, you got to take off 16 layers of clothes.
You understand why the coat rack is an important thing.
Oh man. You also understand why most people in the Midwest have got to be fat. Who the hell's working out in that?
Yeah, there were some upstarts in the richer area that were doing some runs in 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Really?
I was like, that's a dedication that I admire right there. But
you enjoyed the lungs
freezing. Yeah, man. I mean, there were a couple people. But, you had the trophy wives on Lakeshore coming down to walk the dogs or whatever. They're running. They're staying in nice places.
They have to.
Mm-hmm. That's the rule. If you're in that kind of an arrangement. Just saying. It's understood. You're playing a role. It's not a real thing. So
clearly you want out. I do. Well, I mean, look at you. This is the arrangement we have.
What are you doing?
You think you earned your income to be here?
You had seconds? What are we doing here? Is this a signal to me? Why did you buy apple pie this week, Mary? What are you doing?
You want to go home, don't you, Mary?
I'm
going to go play at Soldier Field this weekend.
Redemption Thursday wagers. They are there. We're going down the wrong path, Tom. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that everybody understands. The wagers are up. You can pick them. It's a charity thing. It's a nice thing. We don't talk about trophy wives forever. I'll also say this: the NFL game tonight. Thought about taking Seattle.
Really?
I did. I didn't do it, but I thought about it. I think I'm going to take the Giants for sure. We're done, right? That thing has turned vindictive. It's gotten weird. Like, if you listen to him now, he's done.
Yeah, and I saw that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Twitter account put out today that Deshaun Jackson was quoted as saying, "We don't quit around here." I said, "Really?" So it's
even coming up?
Deshaun's going to say that, though.
Yeah.
So you're going to have Deshaun say that, and it's going to be prominent enough for you in your news cycle that you're going to put it on your own Twitter account. This isn't like the Tampa Bay Times.
No, it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
You're bragging on Deshaun saying we don't quit around here. All right, well, we're in trouble.
Oh, it's over. It's over. Well, listen, why? You scored 3 points and you go back to Fitz? What are you doing?
Gives us a better chance.
Well, okay. Have a good day, man. But that tells me it's gotten very, very personal between him and James.
Has to have been.
I mean, that's what
James must have said, "Screw you, you're not putting me in," which is not a good look.
I don't know. I mean, what is it we're doing here? Fitz isn't here next year. It's what are we doing?
I would speculate that it got toxic to a place where one or the other. I'm speculating that Jameis said, "Dude, what are we doing? Go ride with your boy."
Yeah, go ride with your boy. Go up and lose to the Giants. Sorry ass, 2-win Giants. Go ahead, lose that game, and I'll help you pack. Have a good day, sir. They'll fire him. They gotta fire him in season. What are we doing?
Tampa doesn't historically.
Get a head start on finding a damn coach, please. We're wasting it. It's Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
Hey, Hey, sports fans, who's on your Mount Rushmore of baseball? I'm going with Ruth, Cobb, Aaron, and Mantle. Football, I've got Bradshaw, Peyton, Montana, and Brady. In basketball, Jabbar, Jordan, Bird, and LeBron. This debate could go on and on, but when it comes to the Mount Rushmore of personal injury law in Tallahassee, the choice is clear. Fonville, Lewis, Messer, McConaughey. Recently voted Tallahassee's best law firm, so avoid the underdog and go with the favorite. Fonville, Lewis, Messer, McConaughey.
Working on the car, huh?
Yeah, it's been stalling.
It could be friction from your floor mats.
No.
Oil change too? Better change your oil fuses.
Nice try. Hand me that Purolator Boss filter.
Wow. Protects up to 15,000 miles?
Right. Nothing gets by Purolator. Or me.
Great. Now let's demagnetize those floor mats.
This is sad now.
Now get a Purolator Boss premium oil filter and 5 quarts of synthetic oils for $32.99 at Advance Auto Parts. See store for details.
Thursdays are Friday Eve, and that's a reason to celebrate. No matter what you're looking for, they've got you covered every Thursday down in College Town. Centrale offers 50% off select pizzas all day, every Thursday. Or you can stop by Township for Taco Thursday. $2 house tacos, $2. Madison Social offers the social agreement. You and a buddy can split 1 order of wings, 2 Madso burgers, 2 bourbons, 2 proof Madison Socials, all for just $40. See what they did there? And don't worry about parking. Plenty of spaces available in the parking deck or surrounding lots. Check out all the Thursday College Town deals right now on ThursdaysInCollegetown.com.
We're completing our descent and will arrive in TLH shortly.
Oh, I'm so happy to be home.
Once we land, you can take off again with savings from the City of Tallahassee.
What do you mean?
The City of Tallahassee offers rebates for up to $300 in savings when you purchase energy-efficient appliances.
Wow, that would be a huge help.
The city also offers free energy audits.
What's an energy audit?
It's when an energy auditor comes to your home at the time that's convenient for you, examines your structure, and checks your energy and water systems. Then, they recommend changes that could save you energy, water, and money. The city also offers free ceiling insulation grants for qualifying customers.
Man, the city sure offers a lot of ways to save money. Once we land, I will check out all of the products and services the city has to offer. This makes me proud to call Tallahassee home.
Thank you for flying with us today. Don't forget that you can take off with savings with the City of Tallahassee. From rebates for Energy Star appliances to insulation grants. You can save energy, water, and money. Visit talgov.com for more information.
Did you, because you had older sisters, watch? I mean, I know it's well past your time because it was in my youth. But did you watch Hee Haw?
No, my dad knows about it more than I think my sisters do. He's pretty old, but he enjoyed watching Hee Haw with them when I think they were too young to put up a fight and change the channel to the other two that were available.
Oh, I don't know how in the hell that show was popular, but I watched it as a kid because it was always on. If we went to my grandparents' house, old people just love the hell out of that and Lawrence Welk. Both are impossible. I'm sorry.
Well, that makes sense. My dad is in his 70s now, and he liked it.
Yeah, Hee Haw started before I was born, but it ran all the way through to the early 90s. I didn't know that because as soon as I left my house, I never saw Hee Haw again. There was no going down the road to Hee Haw. I suppose, folksy as it were, but I saw where Roy Clark died. I didn't know he was alive. But it's a good run. 85 years of banjo picking. He was Captain Wiggly Digits. I mean, he could go. And I remember that as a kid. I remember just watching him play the hell out of that thing and thought, okay.
Was that his nickname?
No, I made that up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I say that about any. Well, I say it about bassists a lot of times, but for him, I'll use it for him today as a banjo. Have you ever tried to play the banjo? Is hard.
Yeah, I know it's
really difficult.
Tear your fingers up, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Steve Martin is a damn banjo playing Jesse. It's crazy, but
what a weird guy, Steve Martin.
He can really play though, really play. Anyhow. Rest in peace, Roy Clark. You get paid to play the banjo and be on a stupid TV show. That's a good run, man. That is you have to have been really pleased.
You know, I was way too excited when we pulled into O'Hare on Sunday evening, and we went by the overpass where the planes go over, right? And it's the little hill where Steve Martin slides down. You know, it's supposed to be the hill where he slides down in planes, trains, and automobiles.
I forgot all about that.
I was way too excited to see that. Like, wait a minute, that's probably it.
That is, yeah.
It's got the whole fence, and it's got the overpass, everything.
Well, and you have all the stops on the L for the sad scene, the ultimate scene, the penultimate scene. But,
Thanksgiving movie, too.
But every time, it'll be on this year, and I'll watch it again. It's one of my very favorites. And it's largely, uproariously funny. But there is a real hard.
Yeah, what you'll do is I'll be in a great mood on Wednesday night, and I'm hanging out with my family.
And I'll send you the picture.
And you'll send me the picture of Dell with the sadness. It's
all written all over his face.
Those eyes, man. Yeah.
Well, but that's because John Candy was. So that's what makes it so bad, because he's Del Griffith. You're like, there's Del. He is that guy.
Well, in retrospect, that's why I think Kevin Spacey was so good at playing Frank Underwood and probably the guy from Kaiser Sose. You know?
Really good. Well, he kind of can do everything. It's a shame he turned out to be that guy.
But he was really special at that.
Yes, he was. He's been pretty special at a lot of things. Yeah. He was, Did you bring up 7?
No, I did not bring up 7. I probably should.
Probably bring up 7. Yeah. I don't think he's a serial killer, but.
Yeah, but he can go there a little easy, you know?
A little too easy.
Right.
A little too easy to get to that crazy place. I don't know how we went from there to talking about Roy Clark. I mean, from Roy Clark to, Hee Haw. But, he played alongside Buck Owens, and Buck Owens was a badass. So you probably don't know nothing about some Buck Owens.
I don't know.
Buck Owens.
It sounds like a creative player tight end.
Buck Owens?
Madden, yeah.
Well, you've heard it, and Fogarty says it in CCR, looking out my back door. He's listening to Buck Owens.
I have a hard time listening to lyrics. I have to go find a book to read along with songs. I just get so lost in
the music.
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
But what if the guy or the gal is known as being a great lyricist? Does that check you at the door?
Well, I mean,
you kind of go like, I know this person's writing about some heavy stuff.
Sure, but there are some artists where the lyrics are more prominently mixed into the song, so you can't not hear them.
Right.
But then there are some that they're really kind of intermixed as their own instrument, and I get lost. I get lost in those.
You gonna go see
the War on Drugs? There's a great example.
You don't listen to the lyrics there?
I mean, I try to.
I know he's a haunted man, so that's why I listen to the lyrics. I want to hear the melancholy.
But I mean, think about the way it's mixed versus say like a Beatles track.
Yeah, right. No, it's well done. It's funny because even using the Beatles, I always listen to the songs that I know that were written by John Lennon. Lyrically, I listen to them a lot more careful than I did the ones written by Paul. Because Paul was so damn happy-go-lucky all the time. I was always like, yeah, whatever, Paul. World's your oyster, right? John's got some weight to him. But in fairness to Paul, he is an incredible musician, and that's unfair of me. But I'd be like, oh, this is a John song. You can tell. But Paul once said
minor chords.
Oh, yeah, always. But Paul made me laugh because he talked about it once before. He was like, well, John wrote those things because that was his childhood. I wouldn't take back my childhood. My parents were great. You're like, yeah. Sorry, John.
That's why he was over at my house.
Oh, man. So I went through the exercise because I make my picks, and earlier in the day, as you guys know, it's Redemption Thursday. The game that stood out to me actually was UCF and Cincinnati, and I know Cincinnati's ranked, but I think they're going to get blown out. I know I got blown out last night. That was a crazy game. Odds makers didn't have it right. I didn't have it right. Nobody had it right.
Buffalo got killed?
I got killed. It was over in 5 minutes. Make no sense. Buffalo scored first. I went, all right, here we go. That's what I thought. Next thing I know, I look up, it's like 40-something to 7. It just fell off the tracks.
As an interested observer of football, I do get nervous if somebody goes right down the field or returns the opening kickoff. I go, ooh.
Ever since the national championship game with Ohio State and Florida, is that what it is?
Well, the ghosts of Ted Ginn are there, sure.
Yeah,
but
and the ankle sprain, the twisting.
No, just there have been too many times where I have something, I'm like, I got it pegged. 7-0, here we go.
35-7, who saw this coming?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right, yeah. When it goes south like that. So since we're on the subject of wagering and picks, if you will, if I lose, I want to lose. I'm so vindictive in my picks. I take it so personal, and you should never do that. I don't when I'm making the pick, but once I've picked a team and I feel like I got it, like I've worked hard, I've got an angle here, my numbers are in line, and I've done everything I was trying to do. If I pick you, I like you for that week. I mean, you're my guy. I'm going to war with you. But if you let me down, we're midway through the third, and you're not competitive. Now I just want you to, don't get beat. Get your ass beat. You lose this. If you're not going to cover, you get beat by 60. I want you and all your fans and everybody else to suffer.
That is personal.
Well, it's ridiculous. I do that, except for when it's Florida State. So what's funny is all of the people in the inbox are like, are you insane telling everybody all week long that Florida State has a chance? Look, man, it's not just me. Look at the number. I didn't arbitrarily say I thought the game would be close. I mean, it's a matchup we can win. I don't know if we will, but, that number is 1.5 for a reason.
Yeah, and in your defense, I'd say both of us were talking last year about Florida State Boston College as a foregone blowout conclusion.
To BC, yes.
Right.
We knew we were going to go get I don't know what that number was last year.
Well,
but we
took it.
Yeah, we said, I'll take BC
Lay those
all
points.
day long.
Yeah.
All day long. Were they favored?
I think they were, yeah.
I mean, the writing was on the wall for us.
I think they were favored probably by close to a touchdown. That'd be my guess. 6.5. I don't know. That's just a stab in the dark.
Two people were talking yesterday, and they said, and I overheard them, and it made me smile. The one said, "Why would I take Florida State here? They're clearly like in a pool." And he's like, give me a reason to take Florida State here? And it didn't sound like they were graduates because there was no passion to it. They were just talking objectively. And the other guy goes, I guess that bowl streak they're always talking about.
Yeah, we've been talking about the bowl streak way too damn much.
Because it's always in jeopardy.
It's all we got.
But it's also always in jeopardy the last 2 years. Like you come out the gates, you're like, whoop, looks like the bowl streak's in jeopardy this year. That's the other hard part of this season is the fact that we started last year, and I know we played well against Alabama in terms of looking at what Alabama is and what we are and what that season became. It's a miracle that game was close in retrospect. We had a little bit different looking offensive line at that game. And
yeah, we did.
They played pretty well. But that said, our season was over that night. Pretty much. I mean, we soon found out that season was over that night. This year, Virginia Tech, who's now awful. Have you looked at that Virginia Tech? Now, they've had a ton of injuries. They can't. They lose a guy a week. Every week they lose a starter. It's nuts.
It's all on the defensive line, too.
Yeah.
There was a number I saw that David Teal put out today. They had 25 kids come in the last 5 recruiting classes. Only like 4 of them are actual contributors at this point.
It's crazy.
It's us with the offensive line.
Right.
And the attrition and injuries.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's nuts. I couldn't believe it. I took a cursory glance at their injury report. Not there's no official injury report, but I went through and looked back at these last few weeks. It's every week. They got nothing. So can you imagine? I mean, we look at the slate this week, and I think the most exciting game is probably Notre Dame and Syracuse. Maybe. I mean, it's not a great – Iowa State-Texas is an interesting game. I think Iowa State and Texas is an interesting game. A lot of people will be excited to watch UCF and Cincinnati. That's in prime time, by the way, and game day is going to be there.
We have that here. This is that'll be the second game of our doubleheader. I do believe the first one is Miami, Virginia Tech, and then we pivot to Cincinnati and UCF.
That's real cool. I mean, I'm glad we got it. I actually don't think that game's going to be all that competitive. But that said, I mean, aren't those the 3 you're talking about this week? It's not a great slate because you know what the SEC does. They take the week off.
Yeah, they do.
So it's all these also-rans like Idaho coming in to get their ass beaten.
I guess West Virginia, Oklahoma State, if you're just looking for something to upset the cart in the Big 12. It's in it's in Stillwater.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. West Virginia hasn't played well on the road. Yeah. So that's true. You could say that. Maybe, but I mean it's a tough, and you're holding on for dear life like I was talking about yesterday. You're just trying to watch everything you can because it's almost gone. I know we say it every year at this time. I think we do anyhow. But don't you feel like this year flew past even though we sucked? Like a lot of times when something's arduous and painful to go through, it seems to last forever. But I feel like this year has flown past. I mean, the Virginia Tech game, when we were talking about the results of that game and what a rocky start, doesn't seem like all that long ago.
I don't know. We've been talking about the same shortcomings for forever now.
Talking points have been beaten to death. I don't disagree with that, but I don't feel like the season has lingered. I feel like the season's just gone. Maybe it's because I feel like so much of it's been a foregone conclusion. That's the phrase that I would use to describe this college football season. It's just a foregone conclusion. I might be wrong on that because I do think Clemson's getting better every week, and they may have a little something for Alabama yet again when that game is played, especially if Tua keeps playing hurt because, you know, you can't overlook the Citadel. Dumbass. You could tell I'm kind of hoping that happens.
Oh, just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's just stupid. I thought about it again yesterday on the drive home. It's just insulting. Go to hell with that nonsense.
It's eating at you today, too.
It's just dumb. It's really dumb, and I hate that nobody could call him on it. Like, he left the room. He was a child, a petulant child. He just stormed off, and he had this imaginary fight with somebody that wasn't picking a fight. They asked a legit question, and he got all panties in a bunch, and then all he had to tell everybody, well, I don't care what you want to do with our team. Who's asking you? I'm not giving you suggestions. I asked you a question. So now I want it to happen. But I like the kid. So I hate that, you know, that would have to happen to I like the kid a lot.
It's a necessary sacrifice so I can feel better about Nick Saban being an ass.
Well, it's for him to suffer the consequences of poor decisions because ordinarily, it's like the Yankees when they were spending $250 million and they bring in the fat pussy toad and he can't get anybody out. And so, you know, ordinarily, Tom.
Yeah, there you go.
If you were going to spend $100 million on a deadbeat arm who couldn't play, it would set your franchise back. Not them. They just kept rolling the fat pussy toad out there, and then finally they got rid of him, and they went on to win the World Series because, you know, they paid everybody else $50 million, so they had everybody's best player. So I want there to be consequences for making poor decisions, but when you're loaded and you're 3 deep at every position better than everybody, and you can just roll the ball out there and win every time, there's usually not a consequence for making poor decisions. And this would be one where I would really laugh. I would really laugh. Because if they had to play Clemson without him, they'd lose.
That's probably true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because their defense isn't like...
It's not nearly as good as it's been.
Not one of their top 2 or 3 in his reign there.
It's good. It's real good, but it's not, not devastating.
Well, it's a lead against the curve this year, but it's not Alabama all time.
Yeah, and I just think Clemson would make somebody sit back there, not him, obviously. Nobody's him. But so if you make him sit back there and throw... that guy's not on their roster other than Tua.
Yeah, I agree. I just I want to see what Trevor Lawrence does against Alabama's defense. I find that interesting. they have to see the same thing. It may not matter because he's got too good of an arm that he can predetermine and just rocket fire after the snap. But
he's getting better and better, too. That's the other problem. He's just getting – and there's the receivers. That's the other problem. That's a shootout, by the way, if those two teams play, I bet. If Tua plays.
You think so?
Well, here's why. Because I understand Clemson's defensive line is incredible. But, man, Clemson's receivers are going to score on everybody. It's not just that, okay, he's a really good quarterback that can spin it, but they go get it.
Those are big-ass bodies that can move.
Oh, and they go get it. They're big, strong guys. Well, you remember, 6'4", 6'4", 6'4". We had nothing for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
And then you've got Hunter Renfrow, who's age 46 in that offense. I mean, he's out there.
3rd and 6, 3rd and 11.
There it comes.
There's your guy.
Every time.
Wide the hell open.
Unbelievable. They go to that guy because he's been there for 10 years. He knows every crevice of that playbook. He's seen it all.
No, it's not even a route. Lawrence is staring down the spot where he's going to deliver the ball because that's where Renfro's going to be. It's just a matter of how much arc do I put underneath it.
What if Kansas scored a bunch of points on Oklahoma this weekend? Do you know since they fired Stoops, their defense has gotten worse? I was looking at their efficiency numbers. Their defense has gotten worse since they fired him, not better at all. It was hard to get worse.
It's a laughing stock. It's national radio. That's all they're talking about is, they could get in there and it would be really fun to watch a shootout, but that's what it would be because anybody they play, it's like you got to start at 40.
I guess Washington State, Arizona. You going to watch that game? It's supposed to be really cold at Washington State.
Oh, really?
So yes, that could be interesting. Their defense has played really well.
Bring the number down.
Next week's the Apple Cup. Washington State hasn't won the Apple Cup in eons. That'll be a war. They got a chance to win it. That Washington team's been one of the profound disappointments this
Here's
year.
where I'll agree with you. The college football season has gone fast. In some ways, I feel like it's been interminable because we're talking about how much we suck every week.
That's why I've talked about it less today.
But next week is rivalry week, and it's the Apple Cup, Ohio State, Michigan. Obviously, we play Florida. It's a noon kick on ABC. That's where it feels like, okay, wow. Championship week is 2 weeks away.
Well, and I was reading articles about, once again, as we wrap up the season, attendance is way down in college football. Now, this is just like years in a row now. And we've been talking about some of the reasons why. And it's happening now in the SEC. It came up because this is the week, like I said, all the patsies roll into town to get bludgeoned by the SEC. This is what they do the week before they play the rivalry games. Well, some of the teams in the SEC, some of their athletic directors are speaking out behind the scenes against it. They're saying we need to stop doing this. We need to start scheduling somebody because people aren't coming to these games, not even in the infused with passion SEC. People are like, yeah, no, I'm not going.
Well, yeah, and that's the chess game you're playing, too, with network executives, with your own bottom line. And the question is, do you need to expand the playoff in order to make a 1 through 12 schedule better? Because then there's not as much risk.
That's exactly what you're going to do.
Right.
And they're all rallying behind the scenes to make it 8 so that they can do that, so that you can have 2 losses and get in if you're in a power conference.
Well, and you win your conference championship.
Right.
Yeah, who cares? Schedule as tough as you want, but if I win my division, it doesn't matter.
Right, and then you would get rid of the Stetsons of the world rolling into. Well, I don't even. I just use them.
You play 9 conference games across all conferences, and you'd mandate a Power 5 opponent. I mean, well, you could go that far, but you could say FBS, I suppose.
I want it to be Power 5. Don't bring in Idaho in here. I want to see a Power 5 team.
Yeah, I think Idaho reclassified a couple of years ago. I think they're 2 now. FCS.
Are they?
I think they dropped out.
But you know what I'm saying. That's what people will do. They'll just bring in some sap like that and be like, that's who they'll play. No, I want them to.
Here comes Tulsa.
Yeah, play a Power 5 team. That'd be great. Especially, again, you got 8 teams. Listen, this is a different argument. I know there's somebody out there going, no, don't go to 8 teams. The games already don't matter nearly as much as they used to and all that. I got you. But that's where it's going. So if we're going to go there for the money and we're going to do that, well, then make the teams in this week have to play a Power 5.
Listen, I thought it always should be 4 or 16. I think 8 is just it's no man's land territory because if you get to 16, and there was actually a thing on Twitter today, I was like, hey, I've been talking about this for years, where they do a 1 through 16 seeding, and that first round is a home playoff game.
Right.
In your home stadium. Mm-hmm. How cool would that be to go to Doak for a playoff game?
Oh, God, now you're dreaming. We're nowhere near a playoff game.
Well, this wouldn't be implemented for 4 or 5 years, so we're either on to the next coach or we're on Willie and things have turned around.
I think things are going to turn around. I'm not nearly as – hey, so you saw where Oregon lost again, and I'm looking at this. I got back through their schedule. So people were talking about Willie losing games last year, losing a game with Herbert last year, and he's going to be the number one pick. He lost one game with him last year. When he played, they didn't lose. When he didn't play is when they lost those games.
Who did they play when they won those games, though? I mean, did they really have Murderer's Row when Herbert was the quarterback?
Last year?
Yeah. I don't know that they played like Stanford or anything like that.
Well, no, my point was they were talking at the beginning of this year when Oregon came out and started off well.
Yeah. They had game day out there.
Yeah, and they were doing really well, and they that overtime, that great overtime win against Washington in the improbable game. Of course, they also lost improbably to Stanford in that crazy game.
Yeah.
And they had this stretch there where they, before that they pounded Cal, but they lost to Utah and Utah's backup quarterback and backup running back, and that's a bad loss. And they got absolutely blown out by Arizona. What are we doing here? Arizona dropped 44 on them, 44-15. Were you aware of that?
No.
They also lost to Washington State. No shame there. But the point was, for all the people who were looking at Willie and then saying, well, we got so much better now that he's gone. No, you guys suck. Oregon's losing every week. You're doing worse. And you're getting beat by people's backups. This is not good. Herbert started every one of those games. You going to go to John Gruden?
No, I can't. I wouldn't sound like John not right now.
It's the Jeff Cameron Show, 97.9 ESPN Radio.
When you're in need of auto repairs, look no further than Nice Tire and Auto Service. Nice has been in business for 16 years with long-term, knowledgeable sales associates. They have the latest wheel balancing machine in the industry. And for passenger vehicles, they service AC, brakes, suspension, tune-ups, and much more. Never sit through a long wait. Nice Tire and Auto has 10 service bays to get you back on the road quickly. If you have tire problems, check out their large inventory with various Goodyear and Michelin tires. Nice Tire and Auto Service, 4792 Bluntstown Highway, 574-4100.
Sorry, boys, I did not have time to pack.
We got this.
It's right here, guys.
We got this.
I thought I could handle it.
We got this.
Moving doesn't have to be a hassle. Call us first at 2 Men and a Truck. No matter the move, home or business, we'll make it a smooth one.
I forgot something.
We got this.
Very soon, you'll hear the entertainment stylings of the soccer guys, who are great and always interesting. I believe that to be true. I listen to that show.
And we have Thursday night football at 8 o'clock between the Packers and the Seahawks. Does it seem to you, as it does to me, that they're really pushing this game harder than any other for Thursday night football? I've seen more promos about the Packers and the Seahawks than I have for any other Thursday night game this season.
Superstar quarterbacks, man.
I guess. They've had a couple of winners before, though. I mean, L.A., Minnesota was a really good game in the early portion of the season. And I feel like every other commercial is about this Fox game tonight.
Who do you like in that game?
That's interesting.
It's changing.
Seattle's
playing.
Well, they showed, so there were two stats. I think it was Schefter's Twitter. If not, it was Rappaport, which they're the same guy anyway.
Yeah,
have you noticed how they deliver things into the camera, like their pacing and their tone? It's exactly the same. It's kind of creepy.
It is.
So Green Bay is number 1 in the league in yards per carry. And then Seattle, I think, is the top team in league in yards per game on the ground. It's just, you have two potent rushing attacks where everybody's going to bill it's Rodgers versus Wilson. They have both found themselves true second, what's the word for it?
Second option?
Second option? I don't know.
A secondary
I'm going
attack?
loopy at the end of the show.
A secondary option on offense?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll think of it in about 3 minutes.
A rushing attack?
Dimension. Dimension is
Second
the word.
dimension?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is I'm close to dementia as it is. So there you go.
All right. It's weird, though, because, one's 4-5 and the other's 4-4-1. You can talk up this game if you want to, but, they're two pretty damn sorry teams.
They're trending in the right direction of late, though.
Yeah, but the Packers, they don't know. No, you just never believe in the Packers. And they'll get to the playoffs because Aaron Rodgers is damn Jesus in pads, but they got nothing else.
They're trending in the right direction. I'm going to stick with that.
No, what I'm
a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how Miami and Houston was a battle of two sorry-ass teams. Now, Houston looks okay.
Houston looks better. Miami's terrible. No, my point is I'm talking about Fox. I'm talking about them promoting the hell out of this game. I'm saying them going nuts, and not you.
Well, no, because
game's the game. I'm just saying.
Every time they play, it's a hit. That's their promotion. It's like the Matt Hasselbeck where we want the ball, we're going to score. The Monday night, Mike Tirico, my God. And then when your boy fumbled the onside kick in the NFC title game.
Oh, that's the toughest loss. It's got to be the toughest loss in Aaron Rodgers' career. That's ridiculous. You know what? I was crestfallen for him because they didn't deserve. Seattle had no business.
Right.
No business.
Well, and then Russell Wilson's weeping on the field because it's God's plan.
Yeah, God's plan.
And then it was God's plan again for him when Malcolm Butler jumped the route.
Lots of plans.
Meanwhile, Marshawn Lynch's like, I don't know what God you're talking to.
Yeah, I'd like the ball, please.
Yeah.
Although, it's funny. There's a whole, that's a topic unto itself. The formation demanded you throw, but you were suckered into it because Bill Belichick prepares for things 18 months before they happen. Go. You know the story, but I'm talking to our listeners. Go find the story of the unique defense that New England went into on the goal line against Seattle. It was born in the offseason by Bill Belichick's need to be able to use two types of differing personnel down on the goal line for teams that were spreading them out and then going big and running the ball. And he had to find a hybrid defense because he stays up at night worrying about these things in the offseason, Tom.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
It's his paranoia that won them that Super Bowl.
That's correct.
Yes.
And he designed that defense and that moment to do that, and it happened, and it's what he was most proud of. Not even the win.
Right.
It was that play and that defense worked.
It's like when Saban engineered the title over Clemson and they had the onside kick call. That's as happy as he's ever been as a coach.
He looked like he was about to cry.
Because he knew.
He saw it. He's like, I got there.
Right. He knew.
We're going to do this. I'm telling you, we're going to do this.
That this little detail was going to be the thing that won them the title. It wasn't the fact that they were head and shoulders better than everybody else. He steals one. And that's the one he feels good about rather than an all-time team that, runs and wins a game by 20 against LSU in a rematch or something like that.
Let me tell you what this weekend is for me. This is let's hope that the Giants screw up their draft weekend. Because here's what's going down. We've got 3 wins. The Giants have 2. They don't have another win on their schedule after this week. They don't. They're terrible. So if they beat us, we go to 3-7. They go to 3-7. and they've got the head-to-head, right? So we would end up being worse off than them? Is that how it works?
I think it's strength of record, I think.
We have
a
that
tiebreaker
damn
process.
win against the Saints. It's going to kill us.
It's a great win.
It's the best win of the year for anybody. It's their only loss.
You know how many people do that on a weekly basis? Who did they lose to?
The
They
Bucks.
lost at Tampa?
Yeah, they did lose. But what I was going to tell you was that, again, what I'm looking for here is for the Bucks to finish. I think we have an outside shot. It's going to be tough with San Francisco and Arizona. I just want a chance in Buffalo.
San Francisco can win some games. They're okay.
I think so, too. I think they're better than the record.
Well, do they have to play each other, San Fran and Arizona? That's one. They already did one time.
They already did,
I don't know
yeah.
if they play each other again because somebody's getting a win.
So here's who you got. The Jets have 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
The Cleveland Browns have 3 wins.
The same freaking teams every year.
The Cleveland Browns have 3 wins and a tie. Jacksonville only has 3 wins. They'll win another couple games. They got to, right?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Oakland's going to get that pick. What am I thinking?
And they've got all kinds of picks. They got 3 in the first round coming up this year.
They've lost 5 straight, and they're a minus 125 in point differential on the season. Go get them, John.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. But the Giants can get the 3 wins. Detroit's already got 3 wins. So San Francisco's got 2 wins, so does Arizona. So we got an outside shot. We're not catching Oakland. But I'd like that second pick. I want that second pick, Tom.
Mike was on. I didn't realize it.
I want that second pick. You get the second pick, guaranteed a good player.
Oh, really?
I think so.
With us
I
manning
think
the
so.
draft.
I think you're
really?
guaranteed to get a good player there. Hey, O.J. Howard's a really good player. We did fine with that pick.
Here's the good thing. Don't worry about catching Oakland. It's John Gruden heading the draft.
He'll trade it away anyhow.
Or the best player on the board will still be available. It's John Gruden.
I'm telling you, man.
I like this Will Greer kid.
We got an outside shot at getting that pick, and that's what I'm gunning for this weekend. That's what I'm watching. Let's get that first pick.
So it's November 15th.
Mm-hmm.
We've got half a season
checked out
to go.
on all of them.
And you're running for the best pick possible for the Bucks.
And I'm going to start doing the same analysis I did last year about the guard play that we could have had that I desperately wanted to trade up for. Turns out that kid's an animal. I'll find our guy, Tom, and I'm going to lobby everybody. Hell, I may be making that pick. Jason Light's not going to be there.
Give me Arthur Williams. Let's do it.
Good work out of you. Good work, Matthew. Be well. Stay tuned for the Soccer Guys. Great show. Good show. Stay with it.